Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to TDA the day after. Well, also it's Wednesday the 24th of May, which is important, yeah. But welcome to TDA the day after, your favourite news platform and home of popular culture as decided by you lot, the culture. And of course, and always, we are hosted by the brightest and best in the business. Want to introduce yourself?
What's going on, people, man? Good morning. It's the last in attendance. You know what I mean? Big man use. What are you saying? It's a bit high still.
You dropped off quick, innit? You was the first.
No, I was second. I was second behind Esther. Now I'm probably I'm probably still ahead of Gina. Yeah, it must be.
That must be.
Second to last in attendance. Definitely.
Okay. And it's your boy, Big Moss from the east side of the bridge, 6 foot plus of pure temptation, all that good stuff. It's just me and you in the building today. I apologise for the tardiness. That was my fault. Didn't know I was leading the show. Let's go, though. Oh, quickly, Yus, we've got questions of the day now.
Yeah, I just saw in the docket, man. So,
all right, then. So the question of the day is,
yeah,
what is your favourite memory?
That's a very broad question, man. My favourite memory? There's tons.
So this is what usually like...
But how come this is such a broad question?
I don't know. But you see that when someone says, oh, like, what's your favourite song? I always say there's too many, yeah?
Yeah.
And then it can change. So I would just go to what's at the forefront of my mind then and just use that in it. So I'm saying, obviously it's broad, it's a tough one. But when you ask that question, just go and pick something. And even if that's not it, it's what came now.
All right, cool. Favourite memory, playing Sunday League football when I was young.
That's what you went with?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? After you just said what you said, what's wrong with you?
I'll pick anything that came to mind. Playing Sunday League football. It's a good memory.
Exactly.
Sunday mornings, the grass, competition.
You know what though?
Oranges at half time. You know what I mean?
You know what though? I miss going to the marshes, Sunday League, and just going there in the morning, everybody linking up, getting ready, going out to the matches, afterwards, chatting, vibes in and that, you get me? Man, all from all the different areas and that, different teams. That was fun actually, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean,
that was big.
Yours?
I'm not gonna lie. When I went to a recent memory actually, watching my son ride his bike.
Nice.
You get me? Because he's only little, he can ride with no stabilizers. You get me?
Yeah.
And I see him he taught himself. Furthermore, you get me? I would have liked to say I taught him.
You taught him, okay.
But
yeah, the training wheels on that.
No, he's never used training wheels in his life.
Sick.
He's just a real one.
He's a BMX rider.
He's just a real one. I bought him a balance bike, and then he was using
balance bike. What's that?
Just a bike with no pedals.
What do you mean?
It's a bike with no pedals.
Does it move? Wait. So it's a bike that's stationary in the house, and you just sit on it and what? It's
got wheels. What do you mean it's stationary?
It hasn't got pedals though.
But they got their legs, bro. With Flintstones thing. What are you talking about?
What man says?
Walking. That's how you get your balance.
Oh, you're talking about at a really, really young age.
The boy's 3 years old.
You're right. No, the thing is, obviously, I don't know about these things. You got to bring me in. You got to babysit me through it.
So basically, you could put them on stabilizers,
Yeah.
You could put them on stabilizers and just make them ride the bike with the stabilizers. But then they're not really doing no work.
Yeah.
There's no balance there. So when you take the stabilizers off them, then it's a whole shock to the system.
Oh, okay.
On the balance bike, they get used to being on the balance bike because then they just start running. They can do things. You know when you just like take a big push and you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get it now. Yeah,
so you just learn how to balance. So you can get them balance bikes.
Okay, I never heard of one before. That's why I was just a bit baffled.
Okay. Yeah, so just let them regulate that.
Okay.
And then
once they get used to that, move on to...
Because they just understand the logic of balancing, innit?
Yeah.
You get me? Because then once you move them onto the pedals now, all you got to teach them is that instead of pushing with your feet, you move these pedals and you'll go.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so like I said, I went out with him 1 week and he couldn't do it.
Yeah, I can do it.
And then the next week, I think he was in school. They said he was practicing all week in school.
Dope.
And then the next week he came out and he was riding. And now he rides his bike. No stabilizers.
Ahead of his class, man.
There you
Love
go.
to see it. Some horns for him, right? There you go. What about you? Favorite memory?
Favorite memory, probably last year when I probably spent a week and a bit talking to all the podcasters one by one about the big vision.
Yeah.
That was probably the best day of my absolutely rubbish life.
Was it?
Best week of my life.
How come? What about it? Like, what did you get? What did you get something out of the conversations or?
Yeah.
I'm sure you've had those conversations before, no?
No, not with people that I hadn't shared the vision with.
Oh, you mean new? Okay, cool. I thought you meant rehashing it with old.
No. This is last year.
Oh, you're talking about last year?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry,
yeah.
I thought you meant recently. Sorry, my bad.
No.
Okay.
Recently, as in the next maybe 3 weeks, I'll have to basically revisit now.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So that might top that. That might top that.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll revisit this question in a month.
All right.
All right then.
My
well,
life is absolutely boring.
oh, I didn't think this through. Am I reading all this? Shit.
What, the headlines?
Yeah.
Well, one of you.
What about is it? All right, cool. Maybe you should just do it from behind the camera and just be the voice of not reason. That's no, don't do that. That's not gonna work.
Okay.
So, our first headline. Boris Johnson referred to police over potential COVID rules breaches. So, Boris Johnson has been referred to police by the Cabinet Office over further potential rule breaches during the COVID pandemic. The department said it made the referral after a review of documents ahead of the COVID public inquiry. The former PM, who was fined last year for breaking COVID rules in 2020, has strongly denied wrongdoing. Both the Metropolitan and Thames Valley Police say they are assessing the information received. The Cabinet Office said officials had been obliged to disclose the documents to the police under civil service rules. The Times, which first reported the story, says Mr. Johnson has been referred to Thames Valley Police because his ministerial diary revealed visits by family and friends to Chequers. The Prime Minister's country house is in Buckinghamshire during the pandemic. Thames Valley Police said it had received a report of potential breaches of the health protection regulations between June 2020 and May 2021 at Chequers, Buckinghamshire. The Met Police released a similar statement, but said that information related to the potential breaches in Downing Street. It is understood Mr. Johnson has had no contact from the police. They are still doing this. Our second headline. Woman. Oh, okay. Woman hit by a royal police escort motorbike dies. Oh, that's sad. A woman hit by a police motorcycle escorting the Duchess of Edinburgh has died, her family have confirmed. Helen Holland from Burchanger. How do you say that? Burchanger. Is that a place?
But I've never heard of it.
Burchanger in Essex was struck at the junction of West Cromwell Road and Warwick Road in Earls Court, West London on the 10th of May. Her family said the 81-year-old fought for her life for nearly 2 weeks, but irreversible damage to her brain finally ended the battle today. An investigation into the crash by the police watchdog is ongoing. Buckingham Palace previously said Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh's heartfelt thoughts and prayers are with the injured lady and her family. Miss Holland has been in London visiting her sister at the time of the crash. Following the crash, her family said she was in a coma, and on Friday, the police said she remained in a critical condition. Announcing her death, her son Martin Holland said his mother had died, suffering multiple broken bones and massive internal injuries. The Independent Office for Police Conduct has previously said that as part of its investigation into the incident, CCTV from nearby properties and police body camera footage would be examined. It added that officers who were on the scene would be interviewed and appealed for other witnesses to come forward. And Dominic Raab stands down as MP at next election. Oh, that's old. Okay, yeah, that's the end of our headlines. Let's get into our topic of the day.
Right.
Okay, cool. So let's look at this topic of the day. It says, what phase are you most looking forward to? So we all go through different phases in life. These phases are not necessarily limited to, but can be stages of life, such as being a kid, starting secondary school, college, uni, first started dating, marriage, becoming a parent, etc. A new phase in life can also mean deciding to quit drinking, smoking, the birth and death of a loved one, or starting a new career that they've always wanted. So firstly, do you ever break up your life into phases?
Probably. I probably use school as my parameter. So like primary, secondary, college, uni, then working life.
So,
I mean,
but you'd be in your adult working life longer than you would have been in the school system.
What's that say again?
You would be in your adult working life.
Yeah.
Longer than you would have been in the school system.
Yeah.
Yes. So what system do you use after that? Because obviously that brought you all the way up until you was in the world. So now you're in the world. Is there any stages still then?
I guess stages after you come out of uni, working life, then I guess the next big stages will probably be husband, father, grandfather. That's personal life wise, isn't it? Obviously, you can maybe break up into career wise, but just generally speaking, probably father, husband, grandfather, and all that.
Okay. What about you, Brent? Do you break your life into phases?
I think so. What are the phases? Primary school, secondary school, university, rest.
You say rest.
Rest of it.
Oh, rest. Yeah.
See, but that's what I mean. Once you get out of the university, what's the rest of it? So how do you quantify the life that you've lived just walking around as an adult? Do you break that up?
Yeah, I think I used to look at it as when I didn't have a family and when I did have a family.
Yeah.
But that's changed.
You've always had a family.
As in
As
my
no,
family
as
that
his
I'm
family.
creating.
I'm with you.
I think everything we do prior to this last stage is preparation for this stage. This is kind of like the final stretch.
Frontier.
So I don't feel this stage is necessarily broken up into those categories because you're just now you're just working forever, basically.
Yeah, but you go through different things, man. You go through ups and downs. I always look at my life like chapters in a book,
Yeah.
not necessarily phases. I don't really put it down to secondary school, primary school.
Yeah. Well, if I'm thinking about my adolescence and being a kid, I'll break up via school. If I'm thinking of since I left uni and just my adult life, then I'll probably have to do what you're doing and break up into just chapters of my life in terms of where I am personally, where I am mentally, physically, career, love life, all of that.
Yeah, I would just probably go back to thinking of poignant things that happened
Yeah.
that stuck out in my life, like, you know what I'm trying to say, like
Yeah.
crossroad things or things that, just events that happened in my life
Yeah.
that I'd remember, so I can say like, okay, this was that period,
Yeah.
that chapter,
Yeah.
then this happened. I've got
Okay.
I've got bare different things
Yeah.
like that I can use as a marker, like
Yeah.
stuff like, I don't know, like people dying, like going to prison,
Yeah.
getting involved in music,
Yeah.
I don't know, having my son,
Yeah.
just little things in it. There's always like an event or something that happened that I could put to a time period and say, okay, cool, this is when, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. What would you define as this chapter you're in now?
This is my evolution chapter. No, it's not even. I put this chapter as like me just like starting to live my life,
Okay.
like, and like grow as a human, like, you know, because I come from a different, because I had a different upbringing.
Yeah.
It wasn't brought up the same way you was, even the same confines, the same structure that man had in that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so I was gone through life with a different outlook. I don't see it the same way other people do just because of my experiences, innit?
Yeah.
So then now moving into the real, like, obviously like, I've lived however long I've lived, but not as a quote unquote like normal person,
Yeah, I
like
get
a
you.
civilian. I'm late into this. So as old as I am or as mature as you would think I am, I'm only starting proper life now, like in the last like 4 years, if that makes sense. So I feel like a Bambi, like, if that makes sense. So this section of my life is me learning how to be a proper human.
So sometimes you talk with you knowing full well that we know about your past, right? But when it's going out, a lot of people have no clue. So when you say you've lived a different life than us, please tell us what that looks like.
Well, I just mean like from like I've lived on the different end of the spectrum, from like I don't know, just like criminal entities and
Autistic
stuff.
too? Oh, what?
No, just like the criminal entities, the criminal aspects of life and that, innit? So I look at things from, I was raised in those kind of things. So I look at them.
Even though I heard it when you said it, I was waiting for him to reply to it. And maybe
Go on.
Yeah, so I don't, you see, like rules. Why you just got an empty seat for?
That was accident. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, like the rules and regulations and certain things that would be installed in people. Like I don't look at life from that way, because everything was freedom and everything was like, I grew up in a household where like, where my older brother's there, and it was like, it was the epicenter of everything. It was the hub of everything. So I grew up seeing things. I grew up seeing these young boys with crazy amounts of money and you know, like just like stuff that's just not a normal typical life for people, innit? So my idea of what's normal is just not normal. Even say like the culture of like violence, even like being around like guns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like that's a normal practice.
Yeah.
Like not on a show off thing or anything like that. Just like a normal way of life, like how the cowboys would live. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and then or drugs. Like everyone I know sells drugs. Like every person. You know what I'm trying to say? Like if you want to make money, you sell drugs. That's what you do. You just pick your poison and you go weed, crack, sniff, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But then that's what you do. And if you want to generate money, you hustle, you sell something. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and even if it's not necessarily drugs, you can get something, but you get something from someone, I can get it cheaper here, sell it more here.
Yeah.
It's the whole mindset. It's just all a hustling nature, you get me? I got to a point as an adult when I realized I didn't know how to make money if I wasn't doing something illegal. Like, I just didn't even know how to. Didn't understand. You know what I'm trying to say? And that was crazy, a bit scary for me even. I'm saying, like, if I'm not doing something illegal, I don't know how to generate coin.
Yeah.
I said, no, this is mad.
Yeah.
I've got
When
to switch this up.
when do you when do you
get
have
me?
your epiphany to be like, you know what, I need to change?
I've known for a while. It was harder. I had to, really, like, lockdown and my youth was a proper lockdown forced me to change.
Yeah.
I never had, like, the situation I had and what I was bubbling through and cutting through on wasn't feasible anymore. The rules messed that all up.
Lockdown was just the other day.
I told you I'm 3-4 years into being a normal human, bro. What are you talking about?
I think he was expecting your evolution to have started earlier.
Nah, because don't get me. I don't think it counts because I've always had one foot in. So even though I've got an eye on what I'm doing and I'm trying to make little subtle changes to do certain things, I've got one. I don't count. I got 1 foot in. Anything can happen at any given time. You know what I'm trying to say? So that don't really count.
Yeah.
The proper clean breakaway, the proper one, was just the other day.
Okay, I hear that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why.
I appreciate you so much having known that because I knew you and lived in your bubble before lockdown. And I didn't have a clue. All right. Okay. Google. So, you have different experiences. So the question, you would obviously approach it completely differently. And whereas we've been in our experiences afforded us many opportunities to, I guess, make our way in the world, make money, go have a proper job, this and next, and you are now learning it from scratch.
Yeah.
And how has it been so far?
It's extremely difficult.
For a hustler?
Yeah, it's just like it's just a new landscape, innit? It's new terrain that, like, I'm not involved in it. So anytime I fall on any difficulties or any hardships, my natural reaction is to go back to what I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? And that's the last thing that I'm trying to do. So then, yeah, it's just difficult, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, trying to find new avenues to do different things. Like, it might, as stupid as it sounds, I'm an adult, I'm a big man, I get it. I'm learning new things now, like, on the fly, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, it's difficult, man, basically.
How much freedom, no, let me rephrase that. Have you always felt free?
Free as a bird. I've always done it. Like, I haven't had restrictions like I've only recently just started to understand the concept of the weekend.
Yeah.
You know, like why people look forward to it and that.
Yeah.
Because we be doing shit.
Yeah, no, yeah. Because my impression of you is that you've always felt freedom.
Always.
Yeah.
Like, because I come and go as I please.
And even now, I think, even though you've moved into a legit stage of your life now, you're still doing things that afford you freedom.
I try to keep that, because that's what I know, that's what I'm used to, innit? Anything else is going to make me feel confined. I'm going to start to feel claustrophobic. And again, I'm not used to it. You get me? I haven't been trained in it. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's probably where it is. So I try to move as free as I can, but again, I don't know how long that lasts, because at the end of the day, you need tangible things, you need to get tied down. That the whole freedom aspect of it is not necessarily, if I can manage to make a life for myself and still have that kind of freedom, then that would be great. But I understand that there's sacrifices and things that need to be made. You know what I'm trying to say?
I hear what you're saying.
But again, and that's probably what the scariest thing is, again, because of the age that I'm at, I'm learning on the fly. And I tried to explain this to my brethren the other day. We never had good examples of role models of men and these things like that. We don't know. We never watch people wake up and go to work and do all this stuff and like, and be fathers and rare. We don't know. Like, we don't know what we're doing. Like, that's the truth of the matter. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, we've woke up as adults. Some of us have got kids and that. We're just here to be parents and fathers. We do not know what we're doing.
Yeah.
You get me?
I hear what you're saying.
Like,
Is there newfound respect for people like us finding our way in the workspace that you didn't have before?
yeah. Grinding. But I've had that a lot because I've got a lot of close friends that grew up on the streets with me, and a lot of them made the transition beforehand, and they do well making legit money. You get me? So getting older in the last, I don't know what, decade or so, whatever, I've got experiences of man that I laugh and I say that this is funny. Everything that we was running around for as kids, trying to get in that fast lane and risking our whole life and freedom for, you men have got now, legitly. Like, imagine man started earlier, like, we're crazy. You just been missing the trick, innit? When you know better, you do better. You get what I'm trying to say? That kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, cool.
That makes sense.
That was shit. Where did we go over there?
That was just the first question, man. We're cooking. We're getting deep.
All right, cool. What phase of your life are you in?
I think I'm slowing down. I don't know how to define it with a title, but I feel like the next stage of my life is definitely marriage, kids, house. So I feel like I'm planning and preparing myself for that stage.
The real adulthood.
Yeah.
Like the end game. You say everything led you here.
Yeah. I feel like if my life trajectory in regards to that would have went to plan, I would have had that already. So I feel like I'm a little bit late with that, to be fair. But I definitely feel like that's the next stage for me. So I'm just preparing for that now, innit?
That you feel that it's a little bit late. Is that an extra pressure added on top of you during the time?
Yeah, definitely. Internal pressure for myself too. So first and foremost, and then from, other external factors too, mother, father, whatever, just people around me. It adds pressure for sure. But listen, you just gotta go with the flow, innit?
But once it is that you kind of cross that particular line of, all right, cool, now I'm married, or there's a kid on the way, I have a steady job, you realize that you have like umpteen years left to then think about, why was I feeling so much pressure just to reach this particular point?
Yeah.
So when it is that you have this in your head, why are you telling your parents to hush a bit?
No, I do tell my parents to hush. No, it is. My mum has been ramping it on extra lately. Like, normally she was very cool with me, very patient with me, but now it's like every time I see her, it's the same, like, drumming her point home, innit? I don't feel like I'm old. I just feel like I'm reaching a certain age where I feel like I need to be living a certain type of lifestyle. Just for me personally. Like, there's certain things that I used to do when I was younger that I don't really enjoy anymore. It doesn't really, you know what I mean? Doesn't appeal to me. I'm trying to say. So I'm in a stage of life where I'm looking forward to, even though I'm still gonna have fun, be active, do my thing, whatever. But I'm looking forward to just, you know what I mean? That quiet stage of life where I'm just a family man,
and
working.
That quiet stage, the value that you have attached to it. Do you feel as though it's going to meet that expectation?
Probably not, Probably not. Because the way I am, I'm hard to please, and I'm kind of unsatisfied a lot. So I'll have a goal in mind. I'll reach the goal, and but I don't feel the sense of fulfillment I thought I would feel once I achieved this goal, innit? That might change depending on what it is I achieve. But generally speaking in life, I'll achieve something, I'll strive for it, I'll get it, and it's like, okay, cool, what's next? What's next? And that's how I've always been that way inclined. So I might be like, you know what, I want this type of life, X, Y, Z. I get it. I'm like, all right, I don't feel what I thought I would feel by achieving this.
Surely that doesn't pertain to your, let's say, romantic relationship.
No, not romantic relationship. That could pertain to a certain career aspiration, a certain level of money I want to attain, a certain type of lifestyle I want to have. I don't think it speaks to the people in my life, so i.e. a wife, a child. It doesn't speak to that. I definitely feel like I feel a great sense of contentment with that. But in terms of what I'm doing outside of my family, that might differ in terms of how much I feel enriched by it.
Is money a big factor when it is that you're looking for milestones of measure?
Being comfortable, having peace of mind. I think that's a factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, more so than me say. Obviously, money plays a part for sure.
Yeah.
But it's the peace of mind
Yeah.
that money brings.
And that peace of mind, is it when I'm asking you about money, right?
Yeah.
Is there a particular number, or is it just attached to the comfort of the whatever lifestyle you want to basically live? Because obviously,
Yeah.
certain individuals have like an elevated sense of where they can actually attain financially, and I guess they would look to pursue certain things in order to basically reach that particular thing. In your head, is something like I want to be a millionaire in a time or a space where I can still live long to basically enjoy it.
The number in my head is big. I don't know. Basically, I've never thought I wanted to just live a regular life where I'm just making the standard income. I've never thought. I've always thought I want to make millions.
But that's since young, right?
Since a young age,
Okay.
I've never, since young, I've always thought that way. Like I want to be rich.
Yeah.
I want to be wealthy. I want to, be able to provide for my kids and my family to an extreme high level, innit?
Yeah.
I've never been satisfied with the thought of just having a regular job where the income won't afford me to live a certain type of lifestyle.
Yeah. All right, let's just say before you're 55,
how
many millions would you want in the bank?
I couldn't say.
This is play.
I know it's play, but I don't like throwing figures out there like that.
I'll go.
You can go.
I don't mind going because it just means nothing.
Yeah.
Let's just say 55. I would like to have at least 15 million.
Okay.
Liquid.
Yeah.
I can still have assets and whatnot, but liquid, 15 million.
Yeah.
For me, conservative.
That's you voting,
conservative. Because I've a long way to go before 55. Yes, sir. So that's for me conservative, and I believe that I can achieve that like easy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I've thought that way since I've had a hunger for a hustle since 16. Do you understand? In my head, I'm like, by any means necessary. So whatever it is I look to go into, I make sure, go down a rabbit hole, make sure and be the best at that particular thing, and then pursue it, see if it takes.
Yeah.
You understand? There's no difference in my particular approach. Well, there has been. I've become more empathetic. I've started listening more to people. I've started like asking them how are they when they ask me how am I. I've changed. And so in that sense, I'm even more convinced that I'm gonna hit that mark.
Yeah.
Even before 55.
Okay.
That's just me.
Yeah.
How about you?
What by 55?
You never thought you'd live past 21.
There you go.
So, 100% questions put to you now.
By now, where I'm at now, if I could have a clean, liquid in there right now. Yeah, if I could have like a
legal money.
Yeah, if I could have by then, if I could have like a clean, I'm a humble man, 8 to 10 in there, I'll be cooking. I'll be happy. I'll be calm. Because at the same time, I'm not one of the, like, I don't need all the money in the world. I've never been one of them people. I don't need all the money in the world. Like I could flex. I could be a 3 million man and be good. Like good.
I agree.
You get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, we just gotta get there, baby.
Yeah. Amen.
Inshallah. Wait there, let's see what else other questions we got. What is different in your life compared to 5 or 10 years ago? Well, my whole life is different.
My whole life.
Yeah. The biggest thing for me, will be like my mentality.
Yeah.
You get me? My mindset, the things that I think about, and the things that I care about, the things that I'm trying to do. That'll be the biggest notice for me, regardless of whatever position I'm in or whatever I'm doing. That's not it. The biggest thing will be a conscious change to think different. You get me? Like I know now that I'm just a different person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 5 to 10 years ago, It's hard to pinpoint, but I would say just general, just, I don't know, wisdom, knowledge.
I love those answers though.
You know what I mean? Just it's hard to pinpoint, isn't it? Because the way it's about me, right? I feel like I'm always trying to improve, like as a human being, just in terms of my mentality, how I deal with people, how I deal with situations, how I attack different scenarios, whatnot. So I feel like I'm constantly trying to evolve, trying to change for the better. But I'm trying to think of what's the biggest thing, pertaining to this question. I can't really think of one, to be fair. Brent, what about you?
All right. So whilst you're thinking, what is different in your life compared to 5 to 10 years ago? I think 5 to 10 years ago, I really cared about, I guess, what my parents thought or wanted
Okay.
from me. I don't know. Not that it just happened when I woke up. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I think also when they realized that my progress, my happiness wasn't tethered to the expectations of me, then they started respecting me differently.
Okay.
And obviously, them being able to see that my particular path or disobedience was providing me with security, I think it was easier for them to start respecting me. What else has changed 5 to 10 years ago? Like I said before, I've become more compassionate, empathetic. My faith in humanity has decreased immensely. This particular fanciful view, this idealistic view, completely shattered. And it's made me better for that, 100%. What else has changed 5 to 10 years ago? I think I've become more protective of my peace. What makes me still? And I've been very, very violent with that. There's been no, I'll meet you halfway. No. I've been vocal a bit more. Well, a lot more. I put myself out there a lot more. That's a lot, to be honest, of change.
That's a lot of change.
Yeah, and my self-development and self-awareness, I've worked on that heavy. And each time I finish a conversation, I will look to reflect on it. Okay, could I have done that better? Could I have presented myself better? Could I have represented a bit more kindness in that particular conversation a bit better?
Is that an important conversation or in every interaction you have with humans?
It's every interaction.
That's a lot going on in your
Yeah,
head.
100%. But my mind would have been occupied with all other things that didn't progress myself. Do you understand? So now that I've said, all right, cool, forget all of the other things that were blocking me from focusing on the things that would better myself. It's not a lot. And it's now a habit of mine. It's very, very quick to do. The more you practice it, the more it's easier to do.
I think I'm similar to you in that regard. But the question I was going to ask you was, do you think that's healthy or unhealthy to constantly analyze and critique how you come across to someone in terms of, what you said, your appearance, just your level of discernment, whatever it was? Do you think it's healthy?
I can only speak for me, 100%, because of how I used to be.
Oh, okay, cool. So because you feel like you're coming from a bad place, it was necessary for you to actually make them changes.
It was a place where I didn't care about how I was appearing to people. Yeah. Do you understand? I know sometimes people now say, like, my emojis and stuff, it becomes like annoying because
the thumbs,
the hearts, all sorts.
Yeah.
But in my head, it makes a difference.
In regards to how you come across?
Yeah. How warm I come across to people.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you reckon without the images, you come across a bit harsh?
A lot. I've gotten a lot of feedback. So yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like they read my text code, and I was typing like how I spoke. So if my texts are cold, then what are they feeling when it is I'm speaking?
You know what? I can definitely say I agree with that, to be fair. Because before you went emoji crazy, you used to be very, your messages were very sharp, poignant, and just they lacked tact.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I can agree.
But I don't see it as a bad thing.
Yeah.
And it's like I said, it's not hard work for me anymore because it's now my routine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay.
What else we got?
Last two questions. Well, what phase do you regret not trying or doing more in, or perhaps learning from, or being in the moment more? Would that speak to like having? That would just have to speak to having regrets, isn't it? And then you'd have to think of a regret that you have, and then think of what time it was in, and then correlate it like that. Is that fair? Is that the same thing? That's. I feel like that's different when you talk about what regrets you got. That's open ended.
Yeah. Hold on. What phase do you regret not trying, doing more in, or perhaps learning from, or being more?
Because what phase do I regret not trying or doing more in?
I think for me, in my church phase, not in my church phase, I'm still a Christian. But when it is, I was heavy, doing the whole back and forth. Yeah. I regret not asking more questions. I regret just going along with stuff. If I had posed more questions at that early stage, I think it would have set me in good stead for the next 10 plus years. So I regret that.
Okay.
Hold on, before we move on, would you what phase or stage would you redo? Like knowing what you know now, with the hindsight and knowledge of what actually transpired then.
Yep.
What stage would you redo?
Wish man was here. When it is we started the New Black as a music collective.
As a rapping group.
100%.
Yeah.
It wasn't just rap, by the way.
Scrap that. Scrap them. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Me, no, I'm not saying that.
Oh, what are you saying then? You said that's what you went to.
I'll hold my tongue, right? I will hold my tongue.
Don't hold it. That's what you went to.
I
don't know what made
something.
you. I don't know.
What's
It's
this?
not
Is
good.
this a Mashtown versus New Black team going on?
I'm just taking a bit, but I don't know why you went with that verse. Like that's literally
I'm
what you
about
went
to tell
to.
you.
Okay, so go on.
So during that time, there was a lot of sacrifice. What I would change, I would probably, I could have been more strict with Emmanuel and Moses.
Okay. More strict how? What do you mean more strict?
So, wish he was here so we could actually talk about this. So I've always knew that I'm not regular, right? I've always knew that I was extraordinary. Just how it is, I thought about things and stuff. And whilst it is that I was just like making beats for them, like writing.
Writing their bars.
Didn't write their bars. I wrote the hooks.
Okay.
I wrote like melodies and stuff that they can basically deploy with their raps, right? I'm just giving them options. I'm just saying, I've made this beat. This is how we can go to make it sound wavy. You know, during the time when it's 50 Cent was doing all sorts, and people were saying, like that nigga singing. Yeah, I said it on purpose. I really got into my producer bag. I was literally like doing everything, right? And I was saying, this could go here, the bridge could go this way, and you can build up this. Just giving them options. And I was filming the stuff. I was editing the stuff. Yeah. Right? So I was doing everything, right? Now, anybody who comes to work alongside me in any form or fashion, I want them to be on it. I want them to have the same passion. You may never meet my passion because it's different, right? So I've known Emmanuel since I was 6 years old. I knew Moses in probably year 9 of secondary school. So these are long-standing friends. Yeah. And we got to the point where it is that we were more or less kin, right? And I would put in. And Moses, 100%. But there was always a barrier with certain individuals, a barrier. You couldn't break it, just a barrier. And it took me long for me to say, all right, I'm stopping giving you all of this free stuff. I'm now qualifying it as free stuff. Not anymore, this is all of us going together. It's now, I'm stopping to sacrifice my time until it is, you show me that you are serious, right? Once it is you can't match my desire, but try to, right? Because there was a point in time when we were there. Spider-Man. Like, this guy is brilliant. Like, crazy brilliant. And I still feel as though y'all are going to find out how brilliant this guy is. Mad. And I told them, all right, next time you come through, you're paying for studio time. You're paying... No, I was saying you can still have beats for free, right? And I'll still film for free, but you're paying for studio time. And when I said that, did I see them again?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't see them again? That was it? That was the end of the New Black?
No, it wasn't. It was, all right, cool. Obviously, it told him, man, I was like, all right, I'm now going to have to think about how I, structure my life and my journey here and back. And during that time, he was working on the new project. And that was the reason he gave. And after that, it didn't kick back up again. Do you understand? I didn't stop there. I continued. I started selling my beats. Started doing freelance work with the camera to stand next. And then the whole podcasting thing happened. Like I said, I'm not a guy that believes in happenstance. So this was... My ascension, my success is always supposed to happen, right? So in anything that I go into, I apply everything to it because that could be very pivotal to this thing that I can't see just yet.
Yeah.
So I make sure and present myself, stay ready. And I just wanted that to be the same with these boys because if there was matched passion, matched energy, matched skill set, it would have been great. But here we are, we're all back. Moses is the director of the crypto lab. Do you understand? Crazy, right?
Yeah.
And this guy's brain with the crypto, oh my goodness, man. Our blockchain thing is going to be messy.
Yeah.
Great. Manuel, obviously, side by side here. Like I said, you're going to find out how brilliant this guy is very, 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 very soon. But it all came full circle, I guess. So maybe we were never meant to be musicians. I don't know. But that's what I would have changed. I would have cut them off.
Yeah.
Him, sorry, I can't be wild to Moses. Moses was traveling from south, you understand? And he was there, hungry. So that's what done. I would have done it earlier.
Quickly, before we move on, where does K come into this?
So I met him university times, and
But he
was a rapper then.
He was never part of the New Black, was he?
No.
Okay.
No. He was
basically like Capadonna to Wu-Tang.
Don't know the reference, but probably.
As in...
Ain't Kappa-Wu.
As in, to begin with, he wasn't an official member. He was affiliated member.
Yeah, but
then later
really
on...
wanted to.
Oh, he wanted to be a part of it?
Oh, my goodness. We said, but you're American. Doesn't work.
So basically, me and Brent met through a mutual friend, innit? There was a rapper that I was, I guess, managing or consulting for. That was Brent's boy, innit?
His name was Slickmouth, by the way.
Slickmouth.
And he used to record here, innit? And that's how I met Brent.
And bear in mind, you're going to be seeing him very soon because when he comes back from LA, you're going to invite him on as a guest. You know, he's working on the Smiling Boys.
Yeah, I see everything he's doing. He's doing
wavy
crazy
stuff.
Yeah.
We reported on one of his young boys dying the other day.
Okay.
And it kind of went viral.
Okay.
Yeah. But
I'm surprised he hasn't been on yet, to be fair.
Yeah. But he's going to be part of the campaign too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, you'll see him.
He's a top guy, man.
Yeah.
What do you mean one of his young boys?
He has a charity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All
right. That was interesting. I think we've unpacked that topic of the day enough. Or
are we?
Well, what phase are you most looking forward to? You've answered that.
Yeah, I answered that. I don't answer this one though. The phase do you want to regret? What phase do you regret?
Oh, go on then. Sorry.
I'm gonna kind of reconfigure this question more so to. I kind of regret being an ageist early on in life and trying to move through life too fast. I wish I slowed down a little bit, and I wish I wasn't afraid to start over. So, for example, in uni, I had friends who started the first year and then didn't like their course and started again. But me, I was like, God forbid I'll ever start this again. Like, I want to be done with my education at 21, 22. So I was just like full steam ahead. But in hindsight, I wish I slowed down a bit wasn't afraid to start over, made some better decisions here and there, and wasn't so obsessed with starting my adult life. That makes sense. Because I reckon if I did that, I might have made some better decisions which would have paid off long term, as opposed to me just being so eager just to run through education and be done with it. So that's something I would definitely change. That is a little bit of a regret, not a massive regret, but it's still a small regret that I didn't slow down a little bit.
I don't.
Okay.
I think I regret. I don't like to have regrets. What phrase could I use? Maybe, yeah. Actually, yeah. Here's a good one. I think I'd not like drawing on my relationships with like my female friends, if that makes sense.
Not drawing. What do you mean not drawing on them?
Like my platonic relationships, like not using them enough. I was
To your advantage. Not using them to your advantage.
No, just using them. I'm man them. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so my female friends don't speak to me a lot.
Okay.
Or didn't, if that makes sense. I'm getting better at maintaining the relationships with the women that I love in my life. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I didn't do that a lot when I was younger. My interactions with women would be, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. How do you feel better interactions with women would have had an effect now? Like what would have been the...
Me now and being more well-rounded and having female friends that I can have conversations with.
Yeah.
It's better because you get a more rounded outlook on life. I'm not just chatting shit with the man them and getting keen and getting some dumb boy's point of view.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? You need it's balance, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's value in having a female that you can talk to and have a proper conversation with. They got a totally different outlook to us.
Yeah, definitely.
You get me? So yeah, that is it basically. Just like I said, just not the women in my life that know me, that think me know I'm distant. Like, you get me? Like, they allow me to be. They don't. I'm not good at keeping up appearances and communication and all that.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I'm the same, to be fair. I'm not talking about just women. I'm just talking about in general.
No, mine's worse with women, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm just mean like, I just mean like just platonically, like just the ones I actually love, might not know it.
Yeah.
Because of the way that I act. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I hear what you're
So
saying.
I just want to do. I'm actively doing a better job of maintaining those relationships and just having a presence in their life. You get me?
Yeah.
Probably, I reckon if I started that earlier.
Yeah, I think I'm same actually. Not just. I feel like I've been bad with like maintaining relationships throughout life.
I could be distant.
Yeah, I could be very distant.
A lot of the relationships for mine that last are the people that enable me and allow me to be. You know what I'm telling you? They're the ones that last. The ones that enable me and allow me to be distant and elusive and like they're the ones that last. Because the other ones, if you don't put up with it, they have. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you out of here, boy. You get it?
That's so true.
It's facts, though, isn't it? It's the ones that allow me, the ones that enable, and they're the best ones. Because without them, we wouldn't be here.
Are you talking about people who just enable your, I don't know, bad behavior, whatever?
Like my aloofness, my being up to come and go as I please, and not checking in for weeks on end and months on end, and just, you get me?
So are the friends that you have managed to maintain, are they the ones who've kind of not forced a relationship, but they're the ones who've been forthcoming in keeping contact with you?
No, they're the ones that...
Because, for example, like I've got friendships where if it wasn't for that person,
you wouldn't speak.
We wouldn't speak. Because they're the ones who are actually trying to keep our friendship alive. Whereas I'm just very much to myself, I'm going to chat to you for time. When I see you, it's still love. Yeah. But in terms of constant communication, I'm bad with that, innit? So if it wasn't for them being persistent with me, we probably wouldn't speak, really.
Yeah, see, and a lot of that kind of that kind of stuff as well. But I'm saying, like, some people are only humans, innit? Like, so I've got friends. It's not even just girls, guys as well.
Yeah.
That don't like me dipping in and out. Like, they're getting their feelings about it. Like, right, man, I spoke to you in...
I don't know, the thing is...
I spoke to you in think at Resident Day. You think you can just come and go as you please kind of thing. But people that actually feel like that.
I've never got that, you know? Like, I don't mind, like, for example, if I have a friend and we had a genuine bond, you don't have to speak to me every day. you can go and come back when you want. I'm not gonna be like, oh right, you're in and out of my life. Da, 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 da. I don't really care.
Some people will say, well, are we really friends if we don't have a relationship, an active one? Some people have active relationships with their friends that they speak to all the time, that they see, that they do things and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how they quantify their relationship.
I don't.
So if they don't see you,
I don't quantify my relationships with how many times I see you or speak to you in a week or a day or a month.
no, mine is just what you mean to me, innit? So if I haven't seen you,
there you go.
if I haven't seen you in
There
10
you
years,
go.
it doesn't change what you meant to me. And if we haven't spoke here, if we haven't had any interactions yet, how can there be negative?
what
We haven't
I'm
had an
saying.
argument. So it don't matter if it's been 10 years. The last time we spoke, we was amazing.
Yeah.
That's where we pick up at.
Yeah, like
we pick up at amazing. That's just what I do.
There you go. Like you may have changed as a person, same here, but in terms of our friendship, like you said, it stopped there. So we just pick up from where it left off.
Literally.
And if I felt fondly of you, the fondness is for me is still there.
Because it's not about the interactions. And my people, them that I love, I'm saying I love you. Whether I could never see you, I could never see you again a day in my life, bro. That doesn't change.
Yeah.
That man love you, Killy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I don't understand what we're doing here. Like that's mad.
Yeah. Do you feel a way about friends or people who similar situation where they dip in and out, but when they dip in, it's to ask you for a favor or ask you for something? Are those friends you want to kind of keep to distance, or you embrace them too? Like every time they speak to you, it's like, oh, they want something. Like you're friends, but they're not trying to check up on you. How are you? It's always Margs. I need this, Margs. I need that.
It depends because I know people for who they are.
Yeah.
I don't. So you need to be aware of someone. If I've got someone around me that's like that, I'm going to be very much aware of it.
Yeah.
If I allow them to be like around me, knowing who they are, I can't be onto them for how they are. That's just how my brain works.
Okay,
This is a me problem.
Yeah.
If I've got such an issue with how they are, why am I interacting with this person for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And that's just how it works. So if I didn't like it, I'd cut them out. But if I like them enough, if the juice is worth the squeeze, if their positives or what I like about them outweighs that negative thing about it, then I would allow them to be who they are and allow them to be in my life, innit? You know what I'm trying to say? And I'll just have to not just put up with it, but it's like no one ain't surprising me, innit? I know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I know who you are. I know this is what you do, and it's annoying, but it's like, all right, cool. Because if it annoys me to the fact that it's too much, you know, I'm not. We got to stop this kind of thing. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, it would annoy me, but again, I don't have people around me that I don't like. None of my friends can't surprise me, or I would like to think they couldn't, because that would be shocking. You know what I'm trying to say? I wouldn't like that if someone does something that I didn't know they was capable of.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in control of all the situations that I'm in. If someone around me does something that I didn't even know that they was capable of, that's scary. I was like, oh, well, I missed that.
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
I hear that.
You get me?
Yeah. And similar question I asked Brent, what stage of life would you do over? Like with the knowledge you have now, hindsight, if you had to choose a stage of life, you know what, I'm going to do that again and do it differently, what stage would you pick?
Where I'm at now, education.
Yeah.
Yeah, education probably. Just going and doing it properly, maybe going and further in it.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons, because obviously if I've gone full circle and I've come back into a normal space, these kind of qualifications and experiences is necessary.
Yeah.
And then secondly, I never had that. I feel like I'd have just had like a bigger life network, and I would have got more life experiences early if I'd done certain things. Like I hadn't gone college, I haven't gone uni. So all them days, all that camaraderie that you've built up and them relationships and those friends that you've had from times of past, I don't have none of that.
Do we all agree that everything we've experienced in life and gone through has made us who we are?
Yeah.
Right. And if you're sitting here today happy with who you are, right, as a person, right, then essentially you wouldn't want to change nothing, right? Because everything you've gone through, whether it be good or bad, has made you the person you are now.
Yes. So that's why I can live with where I am at now and find comfort in where I am, because everything that I've gone through led me to where I am. And if I'm happy in the place,
you're happy in the place you are now.
Yes, 100%. But then you always talk about, you're always about self-improvement.
Of course.
And if you can do better, why not do better?
Yeah.
If I could have better qualifications now and a better education, why not?
Yeah.
Even if it did change
certain things,
or whatever. But if that's the decision that I've made for myself and I want to improve myself, like why not? I'll take that, come what may. If that makes sense. If I went back and done it, whatever version of me comes now.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
All right, this next question is a bit deep, but bear with me, right? Is there a fear, whether big or small, that you may not get the chance to fulfill, I guess, your destiny or get to the stages that we're talking about here? Like, for example, the stage you're looking forward to the most. You know life is fleeting, isn't it? Is there any part of you that thinks about that?
No.
No?
No.
I wish I could have that that blind thing. The way my logical brain works, I understand that things might not work.
Yeah.
I understand that. It's weird because sometimes if you got the talent and the desire and you got a plan there and you think, if I do this, nothing ain't stopping me. And that's the right mentality to have. Especially if it's within if it's not like delusions of grandeur, if it's legit. You get me? But I also feel that realistic, I don't want to, I need to understand that even with all my talent, with all my things, with all this, it could not happen. And that's not to be a defeatist attitude, but it's like, if it don't happen, I don't want to go and, I don't want to go and string up. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? So like, I don't want to be in a position, like, I'm not trying to be there.
Is that being a pessimist or is that being a realist?
I like to feel like I'm a realist. I feel like to think in everything I'm a realist.
Like, knowing that I may not achieve XYZ goal, and if so, is it contentment still at the end of that journey, or is it like regret, and is it like longing for what could have been?
I just think you keep going until you can't go anymore anyway. So once you realize that if you had a destination or a journey, a plan or whatever, and then once you have that realization that you didn't make it or you're not gonna get there, I feel like you must have, surely you pivot. Because what do you do? Just stand?
Yeah, no, you definitely pivot.
I couldn't just stand there.
But
so even though it wouldn't be my first plan, I'm gonna have a new plan and a vision and new goals.
But how easy is it to reprogram the brain to be content and happy with the pivot? Because you've been chasing goal A forever, and now I've got to pivot to B. Yeah, but do you feel that sense of contentment with B?
I'll have, whether it's easy or not, I do the realist thing, innit? So it's not about what I want don't matter. What I want never matters. It's about what is. It's about reality and about what's going on and what am I capable of and what is the facts. However I want and what I feel and all that stuff doesn't matter.
It matters.
To a certain... Not if you can't do nothing about it, bro. Not if you can't do nothing about it.
No, I hear you, but it does... The desire and the want, like, it matters for sure because it's what's driving you at the end of the day, innit?
And I hear that, but I just don't...
I hear what you mean. The reality of what is probably more important than what could be.
Yes.
You got to deal with what's happening right now as opposed to being in dreamland.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear that.
And that's how I like to think things. It's hard. I've managed to deal with like disappointment.
Yeah.
Like, and maybe that's not a good thing because maybe sometimes you just end up settling or whatever, you get me? But like, disappointment's not breaking me. Like, it's never...
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This might not be a good thing, but I'm very immune to disappointment.
It's not breaking me, man. Like, I can't because...
I feel like I've been through...
Because you can't... there's no quitting, you know. Once you stop walking, that's it.
Yeah.
And the concept... Some people are cool with that concept. That's why you have, like, I don't know, like suicide and these things.
Yeah.
Some people are cool with that concept. Yeah. I'm just not, bro. Like, I'm not. I'm going to keep going.
No, same.
And whenever my time's done, it's done, yeah. But it's not going to be because of me, if that makes sense. Like, someone... Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep going.
Yeah,
I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep going down this road. And if there's a obstacle in this road in front of me, I'm going to climb over it.
Yeah, 100%.
And if I can't climb over it,
100%.
I'm going to go and find another way around.
100%. It's a sink or swim mentality, innit? And it's always swim.
I don't want to quit.
It's never
sink.
It's never
you know
sink.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. That's where we're at, man.
Brent, anything to add?
Yeah, to your question, no, I don't fear because I can't control the future.
Yeah.
I can have as many desires as I want, but the thing I can control is how I'm actually preparing myself or gathering myself to reach there.
Yeah.
If I'm doing everything I can do within my power to attain that, then I'm actually living a life without this fear and anxiety.
Yeah.
Because I don't know when it's gonna get cut off.
Yeah. I do get moments of that though. Like it's not something I think about every day, but every now and again I'll start thinking about death and mortality and that stuff. But obviously that's not something I live with daily. But here and there it just comes to mind. And it gives me an extra drive, I guess. Because life isn't promised. So
this is it.
Go and get it now because bruv, and especially when you've seen death amongst your peers too, it reinforces that fact. You know what I mean?
I think the truth and the fact that death, you cannot predict when it's your time.
Yeah.
Every single moment for me is an opportunity to appreciate and celebrate the life in which it is I have.
Yeah.
So no, I don't have that particular.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right, man. That was a good convo, lads, man. Let's get into these headlines. More headlines. Before I get into these headlines, I just want to say Happy Independence Day to America. Thickness, pretty girl. Free them up, man.
Quickly, yeah. This is a quick pivot, right? Shall I go there? No,
Do it. No.
I'm gonna ask you, when did you discover error trains?
When did I clock?
When
As opposed to
like girls, when did you clock?
what? Do Somalians count?
No, I said error trains.
No, but you didn't. You wasn't aware that means I would have known. I would have seen Eritrean things. I thought they were Mali and that. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
Like, I didn't
Oh,
know.
you didn't say East Africans?
Yeah, it's the East African
Okay.
thing. I wouldn't know. They could be from Djibouti, whatever.
Yeah. All right. You want to home in on error trains, or you want to talk about East Africans in general?
When you say when did I know about them, you're saying when was I ready to let the world know that they're Leng?
Nah, not when you ready to let the world know. When did you realize that they were
When did I clock?
Yeah.
I've rocked with Mali things for a while, man. I don't know, man. From you know what it is? What I clocked. They all had back. That was the first. You know when like the bread comes. You know when you're looking around, you're picking.
Yeah.
What's going on like here? Because everybody used to look at the foreheads and that, and I was looking at they was looking at the front, I was looking at the back.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? I started. There's a theme here. You get what I'm trying to say? So I know for a while, man, because I've loved thickness, man. I can't.
I hear that.
What are we doing there, man? Any Eritrean gal in the chat? No? Alright, cool. They're all this sexy, man. Sudanese. Alright, cool. Let's get this. So, Donald Trump hush money trial. Just what? What's the hush money trial? Donald Trump hush money trial date set for March 2024. Donald Trump will face a criminal trial in March 2024. A New York judge has ruled, as the Republicans' campaign for the presidential nomination will be in full swing. The former US president received the news at a hearing on Tuesday in the case about the alleged concealment of a payment to a porn star. Mr. Trump was charged with 34 felony counts of falsifying business records. He pleaded not guilty to each charge last month. After the hearing, Mr. Trump aired his frustrations at the timing of the trial on his social network, Truth Social. They forced upon us a trial date of March 25th, right in the middle of the primary season, Mr. Trump wrote, adding it was very unfair and election interference. The post appeared just hours after Judge Juan Merchan said restrictions on what Mr. Trump can do and say in relation to the case would not restrict his ability to campaign. Judge Merchan said, Mr. Trump is certainly free to deny the charges. He is free to defend himself against the charges. Mr. Trump has long since described the case as a political witch hunt, trying to take down the leading candidate by far in the Republican Party. And in more US news, US distanced itself from Belgorod incursion into Russia. Is Belgorod a place? The US has distanced itself from an incursion into Russia, which Moscow says ended in defeat of armed insurgents who entered from Ukraine. Parts of the border region of Belgorod came under attack on Monday in one of the most major cross-border raids since Russia invaded its neighbors last year. Russia later released pictures of abandoned or damaged Western military vehicles, including US-made Humvees. The US insisted it did not encourage or enable strikes inside of Russia. A State Department spokesman acknowledged reports circulating on social media and elsewhere that US-supplied weapons have been used, but said his country was skeptical at this time of the veracity of these reports. In a news briefing on Tuesday, Matthew Miller added, it is up to the Ukraine to decide how to conduct this war. Villages in Belgorod near the border were evacuated after coming under shell fire. Russia says 70 attackers were killed and has insisted the fighters were Ukrainian. But Kiev denies involvement, and two Russian paramilitary groups opposed to Russian President Vladimir Putin say they were behind the incursion. Let's head over to Nigeria now. Oh no, where we are. Families of Nigerian students to be hit by a new UK ban. Foreign postgraduate students on non-research courses will no longer be able to bring family members to the UK under new immigration curbs. Nigerian nationals are among top 5 nationalities granted sponsored studies visas to the UK. Statistics showed that the Nigerian nationals saw the second largest percentage rise in the number of visas granted, increasing from 6,798 in 2019 to 59,053 in 2022. Last year, Nigerian sponsored study visas holders in the UK had the highest number of dependents, 60,923, increasing from 1,586 in 2019. The announcement by the UK government has been made 2 days before the official statistics are expected to show legal migration has hit a record 700,000 this year. From January 2024, partners and children of postgraduate students, other than those studying on courses designated as research programs, will no longer be allowed to apply to live in the UK during the course. Currently, students coming to the UK with a visa need to provide documents proving their relationship to dependents, who have to pay £490 for a visa. Dependents are also required to pay immigration health surcharge and annual contribution between £470 and £624 towards the NHS. And that is the end of our headlines. Let's get into, there's no word on with rotation?
Yeah, rotation. Yeah.
Let's get into the rotation. Or no?
Yes.
All right, guys, welcome back to the rotations. Some music news. All right, so first of all, it looks like J Hus is finally dropping an album. Can we get some horns, Brent?
Oh, that's what Mary was talking about.
Yeah, I don't mean exactly there. So basically, a collection of Don't Say Militancy billboards have been launched with a phone number around London. And you give it a call and you realise that it's new house music on the way. I'm sure we can play this. So this is...
I must spin round there when it's 9 to 2. Left everything red when I came out the blue. I'ma walk right by like I ain't got a clue. You don't have to find me.
That's old though.
Is that old?
It's your boy, man. Where you be? I was talking to Susie. She was telling me you're outside again. Is it true? Is it so? You don't call me, bro. You don't love me again, huh? Susie be telling me you looking for Curtis and them boy now. And now they be hiding. They don't want to see you again, huh? Yeah, Takara. But I don't know. I'm just the messenger. You moving crazy, bro. Give me a call. You know I'm on your side.
Yeah. There's more to that. So basically, you ring this number and that plays. The song I played before, that was as part of the post. I'm not sure if that's a new song or not. But if you hit that number, you get a little message in it. So
Yeah, we need Huss back, man.
yeah, House is on the way, man. I'm not sure if it drops. If anyone wants a number, it's 077 00152 705. So yeah, whoops, do that again. So yeah, House is back.
Hustler, baby.
Jay House is back. Someone said it's coming out Friday.
This Friday?
That's a rumor. I'm not sure if that's even copacetic like that, but
Huss is
House is coming. All right, cool. That's the first bit of news. Shout out to Pot of Paper. I know me and Marg spoke about the album a couple of weeks back. Real Back in Style. That landed on number 2 on the official album charts. Brent, can we get another horn for that? So shout out to Pot of Paper with a number 2 album on the UK charts. All right. What next? Let's go with Busta Rhymes. So Busta Rhymes has announced that he's got a new album coming. And I found this interesting because of who it's going to be produced by. So it's going to be executively produced by Pharrell, Timbaland, and Swizz Beatz. That's a star-studded group of producers there. So
It's gonna sound old school.
well, if they, it could be them trying to do new school stuff with Busta, or it could just be old school stuff in it. But for him to have heavyweights like that in this day and age, you know what I mean, it speaks volumes. So, but looking forward to that, or don't really care.
But Busta.
Yeah, no, Busta's not really your flavour no more now.
Busta's cold, but I ain't looking for no new Busta.
Yeah, I'm saying. To be fair, his last album was decent though. Last album was decent.
Yeah, I've just like I'll be rolling with the times in the sense of them old rappers.
Yeah.
I don't have no disrespect towards them or nothing like that.
Yeah,
But
you ain't really checking for the new releases.
yeah, because you're not doing what we're doing now. We've left that.
Yeah, I
We're
would
not
say.
okay, so I'm not here for no nostalgia. I don't need to I don't need to go black. You get what I'm trying to say? So
Yeah.
I'm not going to be checking for new Bussa.
Yeah,
Bussa would have to have a single that's taken over the world.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, oh, okay, let me go
Yeah.
see what Bussa's saying. But apart from that, but big up him. I'm sure it's going to be...
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be big.
Mm.
With those producers at their helm, there's no reason why it wouldn't be sick. All right, let's go back to the UK real quick. So Skepta released a little teaser on his gram. So maybe new music's on the way from him as well. I'll give you a little taster.
Side and they ain't say nada. Soon as you say on site, we looking for you like some vintage Prada, looking for you like some archive pieces. Jealousy in the ends, they hate when you become successful, but in the trenches we were all friends. How long we trying to pretend? I know they love to see me do well, but only when it benefits them. Is it about money or is it about girls? Either way, I'm threatening men. See, just text.
Well. Yeah, so it's basically him and what's that guy's name from that brand Cortez? What's his name?
The one who runs it?
Yeah. Clint. Yeah, Clint.
Clint,
Yeah.
there you go.
So it's him and Clint in the field in one of Virgil Abloh's Maybachs, and he's just rapping basically. So yeah, new Skepta might be on the way because this is the second snippet he's released in the last month, I believe. So maybe he's teasing a project, a mixtape, anything like that. Are you equally anticipating some Skepta music, or you're not really fussed?
No, I'm not really bothered.
Really
That
fussing.
sounded all right though.
You think so? That didn't really tickle my taste buds.
That sounded all right. I mean, nothing crazy, but it sounded decent.
Yeah?
Yes. What you just playing sounded pleasant, so
All right,
I
cool.
could take it in.
All right, so that's something that is, I guess, rumored to be coming out. But something that is coming out is Tiny Boost and Young Teflon's project. They finally announced the release date and title. It's called Purple Hearts.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Purple Hearts. And it is coming out on the 9th of June. You looking forward to that?
Yeah, I need to get them up on the pod actually.
Yeah. The singles they've released thus far have been cold. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that project still. Actually, they released a new song I haven't heard it yet actually with K-Trap. I need to give that a spin as well.
Oh, is that where they're in the court in the video?
Yeah.
I haven't listened.
Yeah.
You know what? When I go home, I'm gonna go take in some music. I ain't listened to none of it. I've seen it floating about, but I ain't checked in it.
Yeah, I haven't listened to it. They had the song Detergent with Wretch, and the first single was I believe Sharks 2 it was called. But yeah, the first single is Predicate with K-Trap. I need to check that out. So I'm gonna check that out and let you guys know what that's saying. But yeah, the project's coming out 9th of June. It's called Purple Hearts. That's Young's Teflon and Tiny Boost. All right, next up, Beyonce dropped the remix to America Has a Problem with Kendrick Lamar. Anyone check that out in here?
Nope.
No? No Beehive? There's no... Anyone going to a concert?
Who's?
Beyonce's concert? No? All right. Esther, you heard the song? You going to the concert?
I've
No?
been Beyonce concert once before, so you seen one, you seen them all, man.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I heard the song. It's decent still. I don't think I've remembered the original. I believe that's on the Renaissance album, but the song sounds cool still. So yeah, that's that one. Then next up, we've got J. Cole. So J. Cole has confirmed his new album, The Fall Off. So he confirmed it on a collab with Summer Walker. The song's called To Summer from Cole, and it's off her new EP called Clear 2 Soft Life. I haven't listened to the EP yet. I just listened to that one song. But J. Cole basically raps. They sat around waiting for you to fall off, like the album I'm making. So J. Cole's album coming out. You care? Don't care?
I don't listen to J. Cole like that.
Okay.
And I don't know why. I don't think he's good. I think he's an exceptional artist, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But he's just never been on...
Been on your radar like that?
I just
cool.
don't listen to J. Cole like that. I've never any J. Cole album, I've never pressed play from the intro to let it run.
Okay.
Never. I don't
Okay.
know no J. Cole.
Okay, that's surprising. But yeah, the song in general though, the song's nice, smooth, very melodic, minimalistic instruments. Some of the vocals are dope. It's like Cole's kind of reading her a letter. But yeah, the main story is his album, The Fall Off, is coming. I'm sure it's going to come out this year if he's announcing it now. So yeah, we can look forward to new J. Cole.
Cold World.
The song I'm going to recommend for my rap fans, check out a song by Dave East and Young Chris. That's Young Chris from the Young Guns, Rockefeller days. The song's called Naughty. Check that out. That's my recommendation.
Naughty.
And then the last thing I want to talk about, actually no, one other thing I want to quickly discuss. This is not really my remit, but I saw it today and I thought the features were interesting. So there's a little bit of an uproar or a convo around Coyle Ray's album track list. That's Benzino's daughter.
Okay.
So obviously when you think of someone like Coi Leray, you might have certain artists in mind in terms of who she would collab with, right? You might think of like, I don't know, Little Baby or Future or Ghana or, you know, Lotto, whatever, right? So featured on her album, she got David Guetta, she got Saucy Santana, which isn't surprising. She got Gigs.
Gigs.
Yeah, Gigs.
Okay.
Lola Brooke, that's not surprising. James Brown.
Okay.
Yeah, James Brown, and this might tickle your fancy, Skilla Bang.
Skilly.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Who's Lola Brooke? That girl that goes, I carry bitches like I'm preggo.
Yeah.
She's cold.
Yeah.
That's the only line I know. She's the hardest.
So
She's the hardest.
there's a big discourse around the features. People are saying, oh, it's very worldly, it's very eclectic, it's very diverse, yada yada yada.
So you want knowing it?
Yeah.
That's reach.
No, it's interesting.
That is reach.
To have,
David Guetta.
to have,
David Guetta, that's the whole world. Then she come to London with gigs. She went Yard with Skilly.
there you go.
She went to
Old school James Brown.
She went Heaven. James Brown.
Obviously, it's just James, it's James Brown sample. I'm guessing, right? James Brown is, he has crossed over. But yeah, I'm probably looking. Even though I don't listen to Coi Leray, if I'm honest with you, but just based on the features, I'm interested to hear the Gigs verse, Lola Brooke as well, and maybe to see what James Brown done on this. What James Brown vocals did they use for the song? So yeah. All right, and then lastly, have you guys heard of a rapper called the Notorious Big One?
No.
Have you heard of
No.
Notorious Big One? No, you ever heard Notorious Big One?
Was that AI?
All right, so I want to get your take on this. So basically, in 1993, there was a rapper called Notorious B1 or Notorious Big One, right? Who had a song which sounded quite similar to Juicy. You wanna listen?
Well,
All right, cool. The story is this song came out before Juicy came out.
okay.
Yeah. All right, cool. 1 second. Let me load it up. All right. Where is it, man? There we go. No, that's not it. Sorry, guys. I'm having technicals here. Technicals. Basically, why I find it, the story is that either Biggie or Puffy stole the song from him and gave it to Biggie. Not only that, Biggie's name used to be Biggie Smalls. It never used to be Notorious B.I.G. So they're saying that he stole his name and his song.
Oh.
So the question is, does that change anything for you? Do you care that Biggie essentially took this guy's song and ran with it himself?
Nope.
No?
Never heard of this guy in my life. So I don't give a shit about him.
All right, I'm gonna I can't find the song, but I'm gonna play the initial report that I saw.
B.I.G. steal his entire persona, flow, name, and hit single Juicy from a Mississippi rapper back in 1993, a full year before Biggie ever came out? Let's discuss. Now, I don't want to do this. I'm a New Yorker. I think Biggie's an icon. This is like telling a little kid Santa Claus doesn't exist, but goddamn it, I'm a newsman. So back in 1993, a rapper named the Notorious B1, a.k.a. Big Daddy, came out with this single.
I never thought about the keys that I sold. I moved a few 20s, but me, that was plenty. I was too used to packing jets and stuff. Now hoodies play me close like butter play toast.
And a
This
full
one's
year
better, though.
later, we get the Notorious B.I.G., a.k.a. Big Papa, basically putting out the same song, even rapping from the Mississippi down to the East Coast. It's only been mentioned a couple times on smaller rap podcasts. And I know people are going to say this happens all the time in the rap game with reference tracks and ghostwriting. But this is basically the greatest rapper of all time, and we find out that he launched his career as a fraud. And apparently, the only thing B1 has ever said is this alleged email or letter where he acknowledges that Biggie jacked his whole style, but that after he was murdered, he left it alone. I don't believe that, man. This was the guy being called the greatest rapper of all time, and it's your sound, and you didn't speak up until after he was murdered? No. This was early 90s Puffy as an A&R who was scratching and clawing, trying to make it big, who found this guy, stole his whole style, and said, we'll give you a percentage of the money we make if you keep your mouth shut. And this guy, B1, has been back in Mississippi ever since with closed lips and a stack full of cash. Did the Notorious B.I.G.
All right. Do we care? Do we care that Biggie? I'm assuming that this is true, right? Because the evidence is quite, profound. Do we care that Biggie essentially stole the song Juicy, and potentially the name, the Notorious B.I.G. whatever, from this guy?
No, man.
You don't care? Do you care, Brett?
That stuff happens in music all day.
But it's
Yes and no.
Biggie. Go on, talk to me.
So I remember having a conversation with Emmanuel during the Pusha and Drake beef.
Yeah.
And Emmanuel was telling me, I'm sure it was Emmanuel was telling me that he can't ever see Drake the same because he doesn't write his raps, right? So in that sense,
Yeah, but he didn't steal his lyrics. He just stole the song.
I think he stole some of the lyrics.
Where?
Drake.
Oh, he's about Drake. I thought about
Yeah.
Biggie, sorry.
No, but I don't know if it is he stole lyrics. I haven't got a clue. I've only heard a little clip. Maybe he did.
Yeah.
Because the entire melodies like the same.
This is exact same cadence, same everything. He even said that Biggie even said from the Mississippi down to the East Coast. That guy's from Mississippi, so
Michael Jackson didn't make the moonwalk.
that's different. That's different.
I'm just saying you don't know the moonwalk ain't Michael Jackson's.
Let's stick on rappers, isn't it?
But everyone knows that though.
Huh?
Everyone knows that.
No, they don't.
Michael Jackson took the moonwalk from a street dancer he saw
Yeah, everybody don't
and
know
made
that.
it famous.
Everybody don't know that.
That's fair, but I feel like taking someone's song and persona and image
And making it famous.
especially when we wouldn't care if this was, I don't know, Dragon or something, but this is Biggie.
Your persona, you couldn't make your persona famous, but I made your persona famous. So if I left your persona with you, no one would know about it. So it doesn't even count anyway. Like you never had it.
So like I said, it's a yes or no thing for me. Hold on, let's take a call.
Rihanna don't even write her own songs.
Carla.
Hello?
Oh, it's not plugged in.
Some people are just performers, you know.
Yeah, but Biggie's not someone you
Hello?
put in that category. No?
Like Shine Bright Like a Diamond was meant for someone else, you know.
Hello?
And then Rihanna heard it and said, nah. I said, nah, that's my
Hello,
one.
good morning.
Morning, Ren.
Who's speaking?
Ali.
Ali, nice to meet you, Ali.
Nice to meet you, Ali.
What are your thoughts?
I just wanted to ask Mark a quick question.
Go on, King.
So you guys were talking about Biggie and that, and my question to you was, what do you think about Biggie and his? Apparently, he had a fake persona. He didn't live the rap that he used to rap. So what do you think of that, Marks?
It's just music. It don't make a difference to me. None of these rappers don't live their life that they say that they do anyway. They're all musicians and artists and things, so it's all entertainment. Biggie wasn't obviously he said stuff in his lyrics and that, but I don't think he portrayed himself as like some gangster or some gang leader or bad man kind of thing. It's just bravado or hip hop shit and that. So all of them rappers, I don't know. Well, obviously in this day and age, yeah, there's new ones, especially like with the kids and all that. There's man that are like rapping while they're savaging and that. Like King Von and that. Like you get me? Like it's different.
Yeah.
But I'm saying for the most part, everybody that you listen to, probably idiots, bro. So don't buy into all
Does
that.
that ruin his credibility for him being the greatest to you guys?
What what about him not living his life or him stealing the song?
Either.
But
What
what
do you think?
I'm surprised that they actually took this song from that rapper, to be fair. But it doesn't change anything for me in regards to me thinking Biggie's one of the greatest rappers, because from what I know of this story, he didn't steal the lyrics. He just stole the song, the concept, the beat, the cadence, all that stuff in it. So he's still a dope rapper. It's just surprising, but it doesn't change anything for me.
It don't change anything to me. I'll be totally honest with you. I'm gonna forget this. So
yeah. In terms of him not living his lifestyle, I don't feel like Biggie.
Marks, I've got
Oh, okay.
one question for you, and then I'll go. Yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
Would you allow someone in your own group to do something that Biggie would have done within your own group? Mash that.
Yeah, man. Of course. What, take a hit and blow up? Yeah, I would. Definitely. You know, I've been here every day, you know, don't you know me by now? Like, yes, I would do that. If man, I'm gonna win. All I want to do is win, you get me? Like, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But by now, yeah, I feel how I feel about Biggie, bro. What's done is done, bro. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's too late. He left it too late. He should have came out in 94 and said
Yeah,
something.
though, like that guy said, I'm sure Puffy paid him off.
Yeah. No, it's too late. I feel how I feel about Biggie, so it don't matter, bro.
And also, if you see a picture of the guy as well, the guy looks like Biggie too.
Is it?
Yeah, he's
Thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna go now. Yeah.
Thanks
All right.
for the call, man.
Are you guys gonna ever have a live event?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Pull up, man.
When?
We will
Remember-
let you know
How
once.
much he was,
We will
but
let
no
you know.
behaviour one.
We will let you
And
know
it was
once
so
it is
fun.
that we've sorted it out.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Bless.
Have a nice
Right.
day, yeah?
All right, love, bro.
That guy is young.
You only called to talk to Max.
You know, for sure. Also, can I just say, I watched the episode with Tricky. I was highly entertained. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Highly entertained, man.
surprised you heard anything of all that shouting.
I liked it, man. I liked the show.
A lot of people did, but
Yeah. Sorry, you were saying before the caller came in.
Yeah, so yes and no. So only because for me it's like a parallel to the whole Drake and Pusha stuff. So when it is that you are an artiste, gone clear, I mean you can do all that crap and still be this and that. But I guess when it comes down to the best of the best and the particular measure on which it is that you actually rated,
Yeah.
and if one of the criteria were, did you ever steal anything?
Yeah.
Then he would kind of go down. a
Yeah.
bit. But other than that, it's gone clear from all the other tracks that he's done that he didn't thief. You
Yeah.
understand? I'm sure he was
Yeah.
rapping like that before this particular track.
it's sorry to change the subject, people, yeah, but I need to know, yeah, from a lot of you, like, if someone could just tell me. Actually, you could probably tell me because some of you might hold the same sentiments. I don't know. Why did it irk people, yeah, so much, yeah, that we wish that they, I didn't even see the video, but they perceived or they believed that we received that information about Biggie Smalls, yeah, from a white man, yeah. Why did it bother them?
Bother who?
People in the chat,
Oh, they're bothered by it.
yeah.
Why what?
Why?
The fact that they received the information from a white man. I see some people say,
Oh.
that guy sounds white, I'm checking out.
No, I think that's just a separate issue.
No, the guy who made that video is white, but I've when I saw this first video, I went on YouTube
Yeah.
and done my digging.
Yeah.
And there's black podcasters, black media
about
people
it.
speaking about it too.
Yeah.
I just picked that clip to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's cool, but I want to know because the information is the information, isn't it? He's
Yeah.
not making it up.
Yeah.
He's not giving his opinion.
Yeah.
Or nothing like that. He's just reporting something.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
saying, yeah, why does it? Why does it irk
Yeah,
people?
yeah. Because they tend to be the normal platforms that get pushed the most.
Say that again, sorry.
They tend to be the normal platforms that get pushed the most.
What, the white platforms?
Yeah.
You think that's what it is? I think
I think that's what pisses them off.
Oh, I think-
because when they're hearing this,
Yeah.
they're probably associating it with the whole rap article that we basically the rap platform. That we
Oh, like
talked about.
the white guys running
yeah,
it.
yeah,
and
yeah. And
Yeah.
the biggest hip hop thing, and it's run by all white people. So they're just triggered, and rightly so.
you think it's that, or you think black people don't want to hear black news from white people, especially when it's news like this? I feel like black people want to hear black news, especially credible or big news from black people. They don't want to hear from white people.
It could be
It's
both.
hip hop. There's some white men that are hip hop enthusiasts, you know, like
All right,
forget
question.
color, like
Question,
love this
question,
with their
question.
life.
Yeah,
Prior to obviously his scandal, whatever. If this news came from Westwood, would they feel the same way?
probably because they don't like Westwood.
No, without the
prior
scandal,
to the scandal.
I don't think they would have. I don't think they would feel
So
the same way. No.
if I played this video and it was Charlie Sloth's voice
Yeah,
or DJ Semtex's voice
Yeah.
or Westwood's voice, would
Yeah.
they feel the same way? I think because this guy sounded like some corny guy, like some
Okay.
corny white guy.
maybe.
Like, who the fuck is this guy?
So what we saying, people? Why are you guys Rex? Let us know.
Or if this was fucking Rosenberg. Right?
Rosenberg's annoying, isn't it?
But because this is some random corny white guy, hey, Biggie. Like, people like that, I'm telling off, who's this guy, man?
Maybe.
Who's this guy?
Baby.
You know what I mean?
Let us know in the comment section, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then lastly,
Trap Lord Ross is cold though, man. The work Trap Lord Ross does, you can't knock him. You'd be watching him hours, you're putting out hours and hours of cold
Who's that?
footage. You think it
Who's
matters that he's white?
who's that? Chap LaRosse.
Trap Lord Ross, yeah.
Heard of it.
Does all them dope documentaries on like the Chicago youths and like
Oh, okay,
King
okay,
Von
okay.
beef and all that and the Jaguar
Okay,
youths and
okay.
that. He's even done English. He's done like the Heady one and T.O.
Yeah.
and stuff. He just reports about all that
Okay,
shit.
cool.
But his content's absolutely cold. It
sick,
doesn't matter
sick.
what colour this man is.
All right, before I go quickly, right, I want to, BT are doing this this bracket thing about the best hip hop crew. I need to get the bracket so we can do it properly. But before I even get the bracket another day, whatever, tomorrow, whatever, just off the top of your head, who's your favorite hip hop crew of all time? By crew, it could be label, like Rockefeller or whatever, but
Oh, G Unit then.
Junior's your favorite crew, label type of vibe, right?
I want to say State Property because I really like State Property, but
Yeah.
it might be G Unit for me.
Yours, Brett?
I think it's the same.
Junior, yeah?
Yeah. Not because of Lloyd Banks, not because of Tony Yayo.
Yeah.
Because of 50.
Okay.
Because of 50.
I would say mine's probably like Rockefeller. Just the whole movement, Dame Dash, Jay,
I put
Biggs.
state property,
yeah.
state property, and I kind of see
Yeah, but,
that as,
but you're taking state property isolated. Beans, PD, Young Guns, rather than...
yeah, but I
you know
put
what
Jay with them though.
Okay.
If that makes sense, I can't explain it.
Yeah.
Like I just see them as
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, one and the same.
like Rock La Familia. What's the album? Is it
Yeah, Rock La Family album, yeah.
yeah.
All right, quickly before we go, top three though. Top three. You don't have to be in order. Just your top three rap crews, labels, whatever.
You know what? Let me see my top 3 rap groups. Honestly, for myself, if I think about it, I like G Unit. I used to like Bone Thugs, you know.
Nah, not group like that. Like label, crew, movement.
Okay, label, crew, movement.
Yeah.
G Unit. It's too easy, man. G Unit.
All right.
G Unit, Young Money.
What about Rough Riders, D Block, Murder Inc. You know, even going southwise like Cash Money, No Limit.
Yeah, look, Cash Money. Look, Cash
So
Money.
Bad Boy.
Yeah, Bad Boys. Cash Money, Young Money up there for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them. Like Cash Money, Young Money.
Yeah,
G Unit.
yeah.
Oh, it's tough now. Favorite. Mine might be The Rock, you know.
Rock, yeah. Oh, no, free.
Yeah, Cash Money,
Cash Money.
G Unit,
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
Rockefeller.
G Unit, D Block, and
Also,
it's not Bad Boys.
also, Dipset counts in this, just to let you know.
Dipset counts under The Rock, no?
No, but I'm taking Dipset isolated.
Okay, even isolated, I'm not putting Dipset in there.
Okay. Right.
I like Dipset. I like Dipset a lot.
Yeah.
But during the mixtape I'm G Unit.
Okay.
Like Dipset, it was good.
Yeah.
But 50. You know what I'm saying? Like, just come on.
Also, 50's concert. Are you reaching it?
I'm not because I haven't got tickets. But I would,
The first one sold out very quick, actually, to my surprise. But I think there's been a second announcement.
I would love to. If any of my industry friends can get me in there, put me on a list.
Yeah, I need tickets too, man.
And put me
Either
on,
date will do.
Put me on a list.
All right, cool. That's been the rotation, guys. And let's move on to some more headlines.
All right, so our last few final headlines for the day is top doctor questions, need for change at gender clinic. A doctor with a key role in reforming a controversial gender identity clinic for children has been recorded questioning the need for change. Professor Gary Butler, clinical lead for the Children's Gender Clinic in England and Wales, also appeared to accuse the author of a report which will underpin the new service of nepotism. He was recorded making the comments in a keynote speech at a major conference. When asked about the speech, he said he fully supported plans for new services. The Gender Identity Development Service, based at London's Tavistock and Portman NHS Foundation Trust, was rated as inadequate by inspectors who visited in late 2020. It was earmarked for closure in July 2022. An independent review led by Dr. Hilary Cass also called for a fundamentally different model of care for children with gender dysmorphia. And our final headline is Target removes some LGBTQ products after threats. US retailer Target is removing some items from its LGBTQ Pride collection range after threats and confrontations in certain stores. The company said on Tuesday the move would protect employees and what is described as volatile circumstances in some of its 2,000 shops. In some states, Target said it had moved Pride Month merchandise to the back of the store. The 2,000 item range includes rainbow motifs and Love is Love t-shirts. Other items include gender fluid mugs and children's books titled Bye Bye Binary, Pride 123, and I'm Not a Girl. Since introducing this year's collection, we've experienced threats impacting our team members' sense of safety and well-being while at work, Target said in a statement. Given these volatile circumstances, we are making adjustments to our plans, including removing items that have been at the centre of the most significant controversial confrontational behaviour. A spokesperson said there has been an increase in incidents of Pride merchandise being thrown on the floor. The products Target is withdrawing are being removed from all its US stores and its websites. And that is the end of our headlines. Let's get into reaction.
What's the late time you got to leave, Brent? Sorry.
10:30.
Oh, he'll be fine. We're done.
Oh, 10:30. I thought it was 10.
Yeah, I was just saying if it easy could be done by 10 times.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we'll be all right. But we could be done here because I haven't even checked the other thing.
Well,
That's nice.
Hmm?
Didn't have time in it.
No.
So engrossed with the conversation.
There you go. So we'll outro after this. It's cool. Yeah, let me get some of our news headlines off for you. You get me? Now we're winding down. I'm actually probably gonna have to do some reading in these segments to get what I'm trying to say. So I'll just get through the stories for you, man. Come on, man. Look, Pep Guardiola. Why can't I say his name? Say his name.
Guardiola.
Why did that happen? Pep Guardiola calls for resolution over Man City charges as he promises to stay regardless. So Pep has pleaded for a quick resolution over Man City's alleged breaches of Premier League financial rules, but promised he will stay on as manager regardless of the investigation's outcome. Man City, champions in 5 of the last 6 seasons, had their case referred to an independent commission by the Premier League in February after being charged with over 100 breaches of financial rules spanning from 2009 to 2018. But the club unequivocally denied the allegations. Guardiola was adamant that City were innocent when the charges emerged and said the club had already been condemned as he put to rest any fears he could be tempted to leave the Etihad. The City manager has reiterated his desire to remain in post and says the club want to defend our principles. Pep said ahead of Wednesday's trip to Brighton, "I will stay next season. I will stay. When 100 breaches from the Premier League happens against us, don't worry, we will be there." Reports suggest the process could stretch on for years, but Guardiola wants the decision to be made quickly for the benefit of everyone, as charges cast an awkward shadow over his side's title celebrations. And in avenues, what a waste of a life. Saka signs a new deal with Arsenal.
The comment you just made about wasting life, what's that in reference to?
Oh, he ain't never getting out of there now.
I was talking about Saka.
Oh yeah. Whether he wants to or not. I mean, obviously he's from what is it called? What's the school called?
Hale End.
Hale End. Yeah, he's a Hale Ender, innit? So maybe he might never want to leave.
Well, the contract is 4 years with no extension. So
Yeah, but this is his prime, man. He could have. Yeah, trust me.
hold on. Are you acting like? Do you think this is a bad deal?
What's he on? 300 bags a week? No, it's good. It's good for Arsenal. It's
4
good.
years. It's not like he signed on them Chelsea contracts.
Yeah, nah, this kind of
Yeah,
stuff
I mean-
happens with Harry Kane. Once you get that kind of money, like I said, to speak to him, he might want to be there forever, which is cool. But
Yeah.
I'm just letting him know, whether he don't know.
Okay.
He ain't never leaving Arsenal now. Like,
Nah. What about this contract makes you think that?
okay, trust me, it's too hard. Look at Kane. Look at the struggle. It's too hard, and it's like the pressures to wind it down to go out, and then the man's gonna. If it's from 300, when they're renewing, they're gonna offer him what 450. And all that. It's like, you know what? I might as well take it. It's too hard.
Listen, I'm not saying
when
I
you
want-
take money. That's why Zaha can't get out of flipping Palace, bro. When you take these contracts and you start getting too much, it's crazy, bro.
I'm not saying I want him to leave, but
No, you would never want him to.
But
leave.
I don't reckon
this is good for Arsenal.
I don't
fans.
reckon this contract means he's tied down for life.
No, this is great for Arsenal fans. There's no negative here.
Yeah.
I'm saying Saka's crazy. But this is all good. This is good stuff. You still got him. You just did it. So, Bukayo Saka has signed a new long-term contract with Arsenal. Sky Sports News understand the winger's new contract is a 4-year deal until the summer of 2027. Saka's previous contract was due to expire at the end of next season, with new deal a major boost to Arsenal and manager Mikel Arteta. The 21-year-old has been one of Arsenal's standout players in the last 2 seasons, while also establishing himself as a key player for Gareth Southgate's England team since the European Championships in 2021. Saka has scored 14 goals and registered 11 assists in all competitions for Arsenal this season, while he was also the club's top scorer last term with 11. Saka's excellent season for Arsenal also saw him nominated for the Premier League Player of the Season and Young Player of the Season awards, while Saka also joined Aaron Ramsdale and Gabriel Martinelli in committing their futures to the North London club.
Yeah, man.
Whoop, whoop. And our last headline of the day is Valencia are fined €45,000 for Vinicius racism. Kempes stands shut for 5 games by Spanish FA. Valencia have been sanctioned with a partial stadium closure for 5 matches following their racist abuse of Real Madrid forward Vinny Jr. Spanish police has detained 3 people in connection with the abuse directed at the Brazilian at the Mestalla Stadium on Sunday. Valencia have also been fined €45,000. Valencia's south stand will be closed and the club has 10 working days to appeal. The Spanish Football Federation also said Vinicius, 22, will not be suspended after being sent off on the 97th minute of the 1-0 defeat. The RFEF said in a statement that the referee's decision to dismiss Vinicius was due to him being deprived of the decisive part of the facts, adding that it was impossible for him to properly assess what happened. Explaining the partial stadium closure, the RFEF added, it is considered proven that as reflected by the referee in his minutes, there were racist shouts at Vinicius, altering the normal course of the match and considering the infractions very serious. The match was paused in the second half as an incensed Vinicius reported opposition fans to the referee. And that is the end of the reaction.
No, it's not the end of the reaction, my friend. Yeah.
No, that's the end of the headlines. But I'm going to talk to you. What, your boys?
Oh, you talking about sweep?
Your boys, man.
Sweep.
Get the broom. Get the broom, baby.
It's tough. But considering how the season started, you know, with the whole Westbrook gate and starting the season 2-10, to reach the Western Conference Finals is an achievement. Each game was close though. It wasn't like we got blown out any of the games. It was a close 4-game series, but at the end of the day, the Lakers weren't good enough to get swept. Whether they're close or blowouts, is still a sweep, innit? LeBron's talking about maybe potentially retiring. I think he's talking out of emotion, raw emotion. I don't think he really means it. Maybe Carmelo's retirement has fueled his mindset and thinking in that regard, but I don't see him retiring next season. But yeah, man, Lakers got swept, man. It's tough. Boston avoided a sweep by beating Miami last night. So
Do you think they can do it? No. I was so surprised that they went down 3-0. You know?
Yeah, same.
Like
Listen,
surprised.
playoff Jimmy is a real thing.
Yeah, man.
It's
but
a real
Tatum
thing,
needs to be better. Like the Celtics are better than them, bro, man.
No, they are better than them. But right now they're down 3-1, and I'm telling you, they're not coming back.
Well, the next 2 games are at Celtics, bro.
I hear you. I don't think it's happening.
The next 2 games are at home.
I hear you. I know. Nothing. I know. Like for example, before the Cavs came up from 3-1, it hadn't been done before.
Yeah.
And I get it. It could happen, but I don't see it happening. I don't see them winning 3 on a trot.
You know what it is?
You know what I mean?
You know what it is, yeah?
Because you're forgetting.
It's not something that gets done yet, but it's Tatum.
Hear me out, but Lakers lost both games at home.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but people don't respect the Nuggets like they're supposed to, bro. The Nuggets have been like the number 1 seed in the West for God knows how long. Even last year when Suns done it, whatever, they've been top boy. Yeah. Jokic has been MVP. Like, if he hasn't won it, he would have been in it for the past 3-4 years. Yeah. They talk about Jamal Murray, like he ain't shit. Like they talk about Jamal Murray like he ain't shit. Like the kid ain't cold. Like he can't cook. Like he done it in the bubble, and they was moving like, oh, it was just in the bubble because obviously he's got inconsistencies and he's got injuries and that.
Yeah.
What did he do this series against the Lakers? What did he hit? 31,
Something
37, 30. The boy can ball, bro.
I think people don't respect.
They got Gordon
the
there.
Yeah.
They got Potter. Like the Nuggets ain't a meaty team, bro. Like
no,
I'm saying they're good, bro.
No, they are good, and they're proving their value now. I think because the Nuggets ain't a sexy franchise, they're overlooked, and I think because they don't have a real, even though they got star power, they ain't got a real star. Even though Jokic is Jokic, he's not really a star in it like that. So I think that's why they're overlooked. But they're legit. The funny thing is, going into the finals, I'm assuming it's gonna be Nuggets versus Miami.
I'm praying Tatum loses his mind, bro. I won't watch Nuggets versus Miami. I won't even watch it.
I want Nuggets to win because I like their team, and this is a silly reason, right? I want Aaron Gordon to win a ring because he was robbed at the dunk contest a couple of times.
Miami can't beat the NBA champions, bro. Even if they done it in the bubble, I wouldn't have been too mad because it was a bubble ring.
Yeah,
they can't beat NBA champions.
Miami are not beating Nuggets.
I'm telling you. What are we going on, man? There's 80-something games, man. Watch all this basketball, all this years for flipping the Miami to go and win it. Like, allow it, man.
Is it because it's Miami or because you don't like their players?
It's because they're meaty compared to that. I wanted one of the good teams to win it, bro. Like, what are we doing here? Like, nah, man, I don't want to watch Miami versus Nuggets in the finals, bro.
But if Miami happened to win it, wouldn't you give them
credit?
credit, accolades, all that.
I give them credit because Jimmy's a.
They're the
Jimmy,
eighth seed, you know.
yeah, I know. And Jimmy Butler's a big boy. You get me?
Yeah.
Bam's turned up, so you have to give them credit. If they go and win it all, like you have to give them credit. The fact
Yeah.
that they're even there, they're the ones that came out of the East.
Yeah.
You have to give them credit. But I would look.
And you're forgetting they beat the Bucks to get here.
That's fine, but I would look at the Bucks' failure. I would look at Celtics falling short. I would look at Embiid and Harden shit in the bed.
Yeah.
Rather than rather than saying, "Oh, Miami have done so well. They're so cold." Like them, man, they're taking the piss, bro.
The funny thing is, Oladipo's out, and so's
Tyler Hero.
Yeah. Two of their better players are out.
But what do you mean? Their whole squad never got drafted, bro. They got like 9 undrafted men in the team, bro.
I know, but they still got Duncan Robinson. They still got
Duncan Robinson's undrafted.
Bam. I know, but but he's made waves since then.
Yeah, bro, come on, man. Like, no lottery picks, bro. It means something. It means something.
I
The
know,
fact that like, it means
Yeah,
something.
but I'm talking to who the players are today rather than how they were drafted. For example, I saw a post today that Jokic was drafted 41st overall during the commercial break. But he's a 2-time MVP.
Yeah, but he's a foreigner.
You know what I mean?
Like they're always gonna deal with him like that.
Yeah.
Like the undrafted thing, it's obviously it don't mean that you're saying like you've come into the league and where you are now,
Yeah.
But it just speaks to the stock and the quality and the
Yeah.
like, you get what I'm trying to say? Like these men are almost playing the other team are almost playing with blue chips, thoroughbreds. Like these men have been their whole time. You are with man that couldn't make it, had to go another way, and you pick them up with the dregs and you are doing this.
But I thought look at how much Austin Reeves has improved.
He's cooking, isn't it?
You know what I mean? But my money's on the Nuggets.
Yeah.
I don't see Miami beating the Nuggets, and I don't see Boston beating Miami. So for me, Miami versus Nuggets final, Nuggets go all the way.
I'm hoping, man, one game at a time. I know how good Jason Tatum is. And I know teams don't do
Miami
it.
got to do is get one.
Yeah, I know.
They just got to get one, bro.
I know teams don't do it, yeah.
Boston got to win 3
But I think
on the trot.
Yeah, it's highly unlikely.
Yeah.
It's highly unlikely.
It can happen.
I'm not expecting
It can
it. Yeah. But if anyone can do it, Jason can. If Tatum's cooking, because it's just one game at a time, you go and win the next one. You go and win the next one. You get what I'm trying to say? So you just go and win the next one. And he's good enough to do it. He's got dogs with him. The team defending that. Like Brogdon off the bench, Smart's defending them, Time Lord and that. And they're all good. They got a unit out there. And if they're going to go back home, just one game at a time, man.
No, I hear the philosophy there, but I just don't see Miami not winning one of the next 3 games.
Yeah, they're out of there. They're out of there. It's going to be tough to do. But I'm hoping. I'm just hoping because I don't want to watch Miami.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch Miami Nuggets.
Yeah. No, I'll prefer Nuggets Boston final just for the spectacle of it. But I don't see it happening at this point. But yeah, that's the NBA. Shout out to Carmelo Anthony though. Retired legend. What's that? Let me try and read off his accolades off the top of my head. 9-time, 10-time All-Star, scoring. Did he get any scoring titles? My God,
I don't know if he's got scoring titles. What do I know Anthony's got? I know he's like a 9-time All-Star. I know he's
just one of the best scorers in the NBA. He's ninth full time on the scoring list.
Yeah, he's a gold medalist for the Team USA.
3 times.
3-time gold medalist. He's He's an Olympic Team USA's all-time leading scorer.
Yeah. But you know, some people's careers they end, and it's always like the what ifs. He has a what if career for me because obviously he didn't win the ring, didn't win the MVP. But my biggest what if for him is that he was meant to go to Miami. The big 3 was meant to be Wade, LeBron, and Carmelo. That was the original plan. But because Carmelo signed a 5-year deal with Knicks rather than a 3-year deal, he couldn't get the contract, and that's why they brought in Bosch. So, and also, he was meant to be drafted to the Pistons. Well, essentially, that's what should have happened, innit? And then he could have won a couple of rings early on in his career, but he got drafted to the Nuggets instead. So his career for me is full of what ifs. Even everyone says that Rookie of the Year should have been him over LeBron. Like he had better numbers his rookie year than LeBron did, but because LeBron is LeBron, they gave it to LeBron. So his career is full of what ifs, but he had a great career, but he could have achieved a lot more.
No, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, facts.
So
Yeah, facts.
He'll be all right.
Facts. All right, before we go, I wasn't here for the league unwinding. How did that go? Was Marks full of I told you so's and no?
No.
How was it?
I was very humble, man.
It was humble.
Very humble, yeah.
Okay.
That was always my plan, man.
How's Brent?
Humble in victory. Brent was cool.
Yeah.
You needed to be here, really.
Yeah.
I know. I'm here now. Anything you want to talk about?
I mean, it's good that I'm sure you've cried into your pillow enough. Like,
No, I haven't cried, Honestly, I'll be honest with you.
You've settled in the misery by now. Like, you're calm.
I've taken it on the chin. Even when Man City lifted the trophy, I never even knew. I was out and about, and then I saw it online. Oh, they actually lifted the trophy today.
I said, oh, they actually won it.
Yeah, you know it is. The season went out with a whimper, innit? Like losing to Forest.
Man said, I'll tell you with 10 games to go.
I did.
With 10 games to go, you were like 11 points clear.
I did. Yeah. You know what? Spooky. Have you seen that clip of Gary Neville? When he said this will happen. He said that City will end up winning the league by 10 points. He was talking to Robbie from Arsenal Fan TV. He gave the whole breakdown, and he was to the T on point with his whole spiel.
I said it to you, so I said they'll win by about 7 points.
Tell me something. Tell me something, Yusuf. Do you think all of the hysteria and fear-mongering that Gary Neville perpetuated and kept on with had some involvement in the mindset of the Arsenal team?
No.
You're on this narrative about the media affecting our mentality.
We became very, very...
all the clips are going around.
Wait. I will tag him in just now. Wait.
Go.
Because we listened to this guy over and over again on Monday Night Football. Carragher kept on getting on to him.
Yeah.
When are you going to basically admit that this team has changed their mindset?
Yeah.
Right? At one point in time, Gary Neville was like, well, all right, cool.
Yeah.
It looks like they're going to do something.
Yeah.
Now, when those last 7 games came now, we were still hopeful. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Because we had seen evidence that we were still playing well.
Yeah.
And then the complacency
Just
kicked
took
in.
over. Yeah.
Now, bear in mind, there were certain elements where it could have been completely avoided by us.
Yeah, for sure.
Who asked Ramsdale to be so lax with his, oh, here you go?
Yeah.
No amount of foresight from Gary Neville, Margs, could have predicted that. Do you understand?
You don't know how it's going to pan out.
Don't suggest as though he is a fortune teller. It makes no sense.
You don't know how it's going to pan out.
Wait. Let me finish,
So whatever happens within it...
Let me finish. He had a tick and he stood behind that tick for a little while.
Yeah.
Not because he was convinced that this would happen, because at the beginning of the season, where did he have us? I don't remember. Do you understand? He didn't have us even finishing top four.
Okay.
So his ego was so stubborn that he's like, nah, I'm still saying it. Until it is, he was like, oh, okay, all right. If it is they beat Liverpool, they've won.
And plus,
that's what he was saying.
Plus, he has United bias as well. Let's not forget
100%.
that.
But I don't need. I only basically started talking because of this whole. He predicted it, and he don't now look at Gary Neville as the guy. He's not Neo.
No, I'm not saying he's the guy, but it's just very poignant that what he said actually
It's not
happened.
poignant to me at all. It's nice for the clips.
It's not
It's beautiful for the
Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles could have saw that was going to happen. I'm telling you
Not in that manner, though. Be honest.
I can't remember when it hit me because I've been saying stuff. Someone posted a clip on the thing, and I was asking all the man on Filthy, like, what? You don't think you are overachieving? Man's talking about no, and all this stuff. And I've been telling man, oh yeah, water always finds its level. I can't remember what game it was. I was watching the game, and they put the Arsenal squad, on the TV.
Yeah.
Everybody, starters, from subs bench, everybody, and I paused it, and I looked, I've been watching this league my whole life. I looked at that players. These man cannot win this league. And I don't care how close they come. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care nothing. That squad there is not good enough to win the league after 38 games with the other teams in this league. And I said that to you.
What you said doesn't make any sense.
I said it to you though. The
squad.
I don't care how it panned out. Whether it was Ramsdale who threw it, whether it was an accident, whether you was one kick away from doing it. I don't give a shit how it panned out. I was right.
The squad.
Wait. Even though that makes any sense.
You were right, and that's completely fine. We're all at peace with what's happened, right?
He wasn't right. Don't say he was
He was right. After
Your squad. If you, I swear down, you see that what you're talking about. If you got Mudryk and Caicedo in January, I reckon you could have done it. So what does that mean?
100%.
The squad, what as constructed, it's not a title winning team, bro. It wasn't.
So
never.
I have you right when it is that you said it there. Our squad didn't look like the other squads. But Chelsea's bench was what?
It was great.
100% great. right? But you didn't basically say, well, because of their squad, they're going to win it.
No, but Chelsea weren't involved by that point. You
so
are leading from the front.
Let me just focus on what you said.
Okay, go on.
I have you right, 100%. We didn't have a squad that could go the entire season. Hence, Arsene Wenger, Arteta looking to bolster in the transfer window.
Yeah.
You saw who we were looking to go after, and that didn't happen, right?
Yeah.
But that does not mean, come the last 7 games, we didn't have the players to play through and beat the teams in which it is that we drew.
Facts.
Do you understand? And if that happened, brother, we wouldn't be talking about this.
Yeah. Even though, like you said, even though the squad wasn't good enough compared to Man City, of course, but with the players that we did have, right, we were good enough still
100%.
to beat Southampton. Not to lose a 2-0 lead against West Ham.
100%.
To beat Nottingham Forest.
100%.
Like, you can bring in whoever you want to bring in off the bench. They're better than Nottingham Forest.
I told you, no, man. Me and you had the conversation. I told you about Forest. I told you about their home record. I told you they're going to be playing for something at the end of the season, and you try to dismiss it. You can't be stupid. You got to look at these things. Why would you be shocked at that result?
What do you mean, why would you be shocked at the result?
What do you
mean,
say?
why?
What
Because
are you
we're better than them.
Huh?
Because we're better than them.
Yeah, but they've got jeopardy, bro. 50%, bro, of their wages and their earnings are gonna go, bro.
No.
They're playing for something.
No.
You go into that stadium was always gonna be difficult at the time if they were still involved. If they was down where Southampton was, then all right, cool, done.
But you're
while they're
forgetting,
playing
though.
for something.
Yeah, but
The league was now over for us.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you. That's what I'm going to say. You're forgetting about our mentality going into that game. Do you think them Arsenal players went into that Forest game thinking, yeah, we're going to win the league? So they had already given up on the league, bruv. Right? If Arsenal was still... Imagine Arsenal and City will go down to the wire. And for example, a win against Nottingham Forest meant we were going to win the league or a step closer. We would have played differently. Right?
I mean, they would have played the same way.
Yeah, but it would have been 2 juggernauts. One's fighting for survival, one game for the league. That game was someone fighting for survival and some team who are already on the beach, already in Cancun. You know what I'm trying to say? It's disappointing the way the season ended. We still got to see if you guys win the FA Cup. I hope you don't, but yeah.
Looking forward to that game?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to that game.
So hold on. Let's revisit a conversation we had prior. Man United have confirmed Champions League.
Nah.
No, it's not confirmed.
It's not confirmed.
Nah.
Oh, but
We've got to get one more point.
okay, cool. And who's below you? Liverpool.
Yeah.
So if Liverpool If Liverpool win and you draw,
We got to lose our last 2 games.
okay, cool. And Liverpool have to win. All right, cool.
We're about to win again.
All right, cool.
We're at home to Chelsea on Thursday and Fulham on Sunday. We've got 2 home games.
It's in the bag.
Okay, cool. So
That's in the bag.
So-
we ain't lost 2 home games back to black in God knows. We ain't we're undefeated at home in I don't know. With 1 point.
all right, cool.
That's in the bag.
Different scenarios. Man United don't qualify for the Champions League, but win the FA Cup. Better season than Arsenal?
Nah.
Man United, this one's quite obvious.
Actually,
So you win 2 trophies, but don't qualify.
dropping out of the dropping out of that 4th place now would be too rude. To be
Okay,
rude.
cool. You guys qualify for Champions League,
Yeah.
but lose the FA Cup.
What, League Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, you lose the FA Cup.
Yeah, but all we got for the season is the League Cup.
League
right?
Cup and Champions League place.
Yeah, I'll take that over you.
Do you think that's better than
Nope.
us?
But you wouldn't. But you because what you're gonna say is you've been on top for 93% of the
No, that's not what I
season
was saying.
or whatever.
not what I was saying.
I would say that would speak to how bad it is. Like that
That's
you
not
can't
what
be.
I would say.
I'm not rewarding.
Who are you arguing
I'm not.
with?
I'm not rewarding
That's not my take. That's not my take.
all that mediocrity and I'm not rewarding that. Like I'm not rewarding that. Use up with or some nearly meant thing. I'm holding it against you. I'm punishing you for that. I'm not putting it as a good thing. Oh, we nearly there. We was 1-0. Nope. You was there at the top for so long, and you think that you're getting punished for that. There's no way you had a better season than us if we both finished top 4 and you never won that. You get me? Because again, in my opinion, and obviously it's all skewed
Right,
in
hold
that
on.
at different squads. But in
Question.
my opinion, he never had a better season than the season Ollie had when he finished 2nd.
Question. Forget the way we lost the league. Yeah, or forget the way we capitulated from being top to bottom.
bought
Yeah?
it.
We definitely bought it. If you were given a choice at the start of the season, right, finish 2nd with no trophies, right, but you don't know the journey. We could have been 5th, 6th, and then just gone to 2nd, right? It's not whatever. 2nd or 4th with a not Europa League, 4th with Carabao Cup, League Cup.
2nd.
You take 2nd
Yeah.
over 4th and the League Cup.
Yeah.
See, I was hoping that you was going to be honest, because why wouldn't you take the trophy part?
I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest. I would take the trophy and the 4th place.
Why wouldn't you take the trophy party? Once you take first out of the way, yeah, 3rd, 2nd, and 4th all give us the same prize, yeah. So we're going Champions League, innit, yeah. So obviously it could look different. You have done it at the top, where a team could have come from 7th and then got into the last spot. So it doesn't matter. Once the dust is settled and the 38 games are gone, 3rd, 2nd, and 3rd. We got the same prices. We got the same reward.
Obviously, the money's a bit different.
Yeah. So So we're here. No, one second. Let me just flip it. Because look, whoever's first is up here. We won the league. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
We've got the prize of our hard work. We're going to Europe. So we're all here now. You get me? Now you start going into what distinguishes us between each other.
Yeah.
You get me? So if they're man that's 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and one of them has got other trophies, yeah, then okay, cool. You've been better this season. You've got more to show for it. That's it. And it's as simple as that. It doesn't matter how you want to romanticize your journey, bro. Like, it literally doesn't matter.
I'll be honest with you, because remember, coming into the season, right, what were our expectations? Just to finish top 4, right? It wasn't to finish 2nd or win the league. So I would have taken a 4th place and a Carabao Cup.
Yeah, I heard what you said.
No, I'm reinforcing my point.
That's fine. And I don't really just see the League Cup as a barometer of just success for the season, only because we can finish 7 and still win the trophy, which is the League Cup.
Yeah, but
I would not.
No, but the caveat for me is the Champions League.
The Champions League, 100%. Cool. So I might be wrong, but how you finish in your respective league, does it not make a difference in the pot that you're in for Champions League?
It's not just that season. It's accumulate. It's where you rank overall with UEFA, not just where you finish. Where you finish the season counts to your points. But Arsenal's, for example, before Juventus got points deducted, Arsenal were in pot what?
I don't know.
We were in a pot where we would have been drawn against Real, Bayern, the top heads. Because Juventus are out now, the rankings have changed, and now we're in pot 2.
But if we finish 4th, would we have been in pot 2 if Juventus dropped out?
I'm not sure exactly of all the stipulations.
I don't think so. And that's why I said I would choose 2nd. Only because of this particular.
Yeah, but we don't know. We don't know that this is true.
I'm
though.
telling you, this is why I answered your question the way I answered.
Okay.
Because of this particular Juventus stuff.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
If I didn't know about this Juventus stuff, I would have liked the trophy. And 4th place, because we didn't even have Champions League last season, and it'd be nice for Arteta to have another trophy to put next to the FA Cup that he had.
Yeah, definitely. I think even Arsenal's, their lack of success in cup competitions this season has been very disappointing.
I want a cup next year.
Very disappointing. Like, to go out of the Europa League like that, it's disappointing, man.
I want a cup next year.
Yeah.
And top 4.
Yeah.
Oh, would that be an improvement on this
100%.
season?
100%.
A cup next year and top 4, even if you finish 4th.
Yes, no.
And it'll be an improvement on this season.
Like I said, because of
One
this
second.
particular journey that we're on,
I just want to ask a
this
quick
is not
question.
difficult. I'm not going to contradict myself.
No,
This is
I know you're not going to contradict yourself. I'm just checking. You could finish 4th, okay, at any cup, League Cup. You could finish 4th and win a League Cup.
Yes.
And it's an improvement on this season.
Yes. Listen carefully.
But we could finish 4th and win the League Cup.
I'm not contradicting myself. Listen carefully.
Wait. But it depends on how we finish 4th, though.
Yes, 100%. Now listen carefully. I'm not contradicting myself. Last season, we weren't expected to finish 4th at all. Right? So for me, this is a free hit.
Okay.
The fact that it is that we finished 4th or in the top 4 is great, 100%. But next year, we can't now look to judge Arteta with any other measure other than, brother, bring us something. Because now it's going to be more difficult with the league, right? So I'm not expecting the same performance as in top 4 the longest while, right? I'm expecting to be challenging, 100%. I'm expecting us to be playing better. Wait a minute.
Go.
But at the end, 100%, you need to be measured by a cup. You need to be measured by a cup.
Yeah. Do you feel like we're going to be hindered by our expectations have jumped some levels, right? So now that we've challenged for the league this season...
I'm a level-headed man. No. There's expectation, like I said, top 4 and a cup. That's not mad expectation.
The thing is, if we take this season as a free hit or as an overachieving season, right? I feel like now the feel and the atmosphere is Arsenal have to compete for the league now because of what they've done.
No, but I believe we will.
Yeah.
He believes that we're not going to.
Yeah, I don't believe you will.
There's difference between we will versus like
we have to
because of this season. For example, if we,
I believe we have to.
If next season we're just fighting for 4th place, it's going to be looked upon. But last season you guys were top of the league for What I mean is, we're in these phases.
Yeah.
Arteta said we're in phase 3 or
Yeah,
whatever. I
yeah.
feel like this season has, in people's eyes
Yes.
or heads, made us
Yes.
jump to phase
No,
now.
but I have seen that.
I've
we
seen
have
Marvel. Phase
overachieved.
3 weren't all that.
Anyway,
It was phase 4 actually.
It was phase 4, yeah.
Phase four.
I have.
I need to say bye properly as well because I know what you're going to do at the time. Look.
I'm
Huh?
finished.
Oh, seriously, because what are you going to do? Just cut it off and leave? I'm not going to address the people that's been rocking with us for a couple hours.
I thought I was asked the question, but
No, go
Yeah,
on.
you was, but you know what you're going to do at 10:30 when it's time for you to leave.
But I don't mind. Stop talking. I don't mind. Stop talking.
No, he don't mind. He don't mind just cutting on the
don't
live.
mind.
Okay, fine
Let's-
then. No,
No.
get your shit off then. I don't care either. Sorry to cut you.
Oh,
No, go
Go
on.
on,
Do your
get
thing.
off, get off.
what was I saying?
It's about the phases, expectations.
Yeah.
We
So
jump
the whole
stages.
expectations, I believe that we overachieved this year.
Yeah.
100%, because nobody expected it. But what I saw, 100% building blocks are wavy. We need to build on that. If we had gotten Caicedo and Mudryk, I believe we would have won this league clean, right?
I actually believe that as well.
Cool.
I think if you got that kind of quality into the squad,
Cool. But that told me that our people making decisions, they are aware what it is that we need. So I am hopeful, optimistic, going into the transfer window, knowing full well that they're going to be getting the people that we
the
need.
names you've been associated have been good. How do you feel about him? Keep
I'm
trying
finished.
to take... Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Gosh. So this year, I 100% believe that we need to be competing for the title, because I believe that we're going to bolster, and I believe that we're going to get better, more consistently.
Yeah.
Yes, we might even lose more games, but it won't be a case where we've done dumb stuff.
Yeah.
God willing. It would be that everybody else has, I guess, maybe raised their standards and whatnot. And I like that, 100%. I believe that we're going to be in a conversation for the title. If it is that we don't, I would be disappointed.
Yeah, especially after
I
this
would be
season.
disappointed.
Yeah.
Now, I definitely want us to have a big enough squad to compete on all
fronts.
100%, because I want another trophy.
Yeah.
Either FA Cup, either Champions League. But build a squad so that we can win one. Do you understand? That's my expectation.
Yeah, definitely. You're basically gonna say, how do I feel about we always taking Man City or trying to get Man City players, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't care, but I get how it looks. But it's a no-brainer.
It's a little, like he's doing a little bro thing. Like me personally,
Do you know how many players they've stolen from us
No,
over
that's
the
cool.
years?
Look, you see me, yeah? If like I feel it a little bit,
Yeah.
when I see Ten Hag, and they talk about,
Ajax players,
man.
yeah.
Brother!
Yeah, there's more players than Ajax.
All you know is Ajax,
Yeah.
kid. Relax,
But
man.
you know, because obviously Arteta's worked with these guys, isn't it?
So
Makes
all he
sense.
knows is Man City.
He's
kid.
worked with us. So it
Makes
makes
sense.
sense.
Makes
Like,
sense.
so okay, cool. We've been linked with Gundogan and Cancelo for Man City. Obviously Rice, Mount being linked with 2. Caicedo. I feel like the Caicedo links
Mount's
have
decent, you
fallen
know. I
off,
want to see him under a new gaffer. Mount's
Don't want
decent.
him.
I don't know what gaffer would need him, but I want to see him under a new gaffer. I think Mount's decent. This little patch that he's been on, and it has been a little while, a little
Yeah.
dry spell.
Yeah.
But I think everyone's just forgetting what he's got in him.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
He's decent. Quickly, what's your obviously Xhaka's leaving, right? What's your thoughts on Partey?
I think that
Is it a keep? And if it is a keep,
no,
why?
100% is a keep. Only if there's not a legal case down the
Yeah.
road. I believe Arsenal might, if he's gone, it's because
Yeah.
Arsenal. Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, is it not because he's still a good player? Of
course he is.
Because of
Brilliant.
the cloud over his name right now with the case and that, allegedly, of course, right? Allegedly, yep. Is it time to? You know what? He's a certain age. He's injury prone, and he's got this pending thing over him. Is it just?
Something's going on there, and
know
I
what I
think
mean?
it's taking toll on the club and it's affecting his football as well. For him to be such a key man, when man's talking about if he don't play, you lot lose and all that, and then to be in such an important part of your season, and
then
then
he
to,
just got
and
dropped
then
like
to be taken out of the team and that.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's trouble in there. That's brazy. Like trust
Yeah,
me.
because at a certain point, Partey was undroppable.
Yeah.
And it was, if he don't play, we lose. Now
And forget that even when he didn't get taken out of the team maybe unjustifiably because there could be stuff going on. But
Yeah.
his performances on the pitches were
yeah, but apparently he's injured, and he's been carrying the injury for a while. But my issue with Partey is not that he's not a great player, is his injury record and this black cloud over his name. That's the problem. Those two are the factors. And when you add his age into it, it's like, you know what, we might as well because of those 3 factors. But he's still a great player. I'd love to keep him. But those 3 things, like, you know what, is it time to just and then bring in Couple new boys.
The only way I would want to get rid of him is because if it is something down
Yeah,
the road.
yeah, it's just the case. The
I
case
don't care
is,
about his age. I don't care about his
No, of
injury
course.
record because we're looking to replace
yeah, no.
him and another.
The case is the main cloud, but I'm just adding those extra 2 bits in there to be like, you know what? When you add all variables together, it's like you might as well because the case is damning, right?
How old is Gunwan? Like 31?
32.
32.
32? And how old is
Yeah.
Patty?
Party's 30, I believe. Or
Okay.
no, even 29 maybe.
Gundogan's good though.
If Party is fit and on job,
Brilliant.
pivotal part of our midfield.
If City are smart, I don't know what's going on between them. If City are smart, they wrap Gundogan up, man. Keep him, man. That's
No,
a good
they're
player.
trying
That's
to-
a
they're
good
trying to
player,
re-sign him.
squad man, and that is keep that.
But if you're City, considering what Arsenal done, even though we capitulated at the
What
end,
would you sell it to him?
do you continue to sell Arsenal Man City players?
No.
City?
Yeah.
Well,
No,
Pep
because-
and Arteta are brethren, so
I believe
They were
Man
fair.
City are arrogant enough to be like, have them.
I hear that. Cool. That's how we were when we were giving Man City our players.
No, we wasn't arrogant. We couldn't keep our players because we needed the money. We needed the money, bro. Like Arsenal used to be a feeder club to Man City. Nasri, Clichy, Adebayor, Sagna. Who else is there? Colo Torre. Probably one I'm missing.
Probably.
Feeder club, you know. Arsenal used to be a right feeder club, trust me.
it's all right, man. You're going to be champions of the world soon, man.
We are.
All right. Well, with that being said, we're going to press outro?
Yes.
I do too many hand gestures. Sorry.
Peace.